You've suffered a terrible fate, haven't you? You've gone weeks without playing The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Welcome back to Majora's Mask. As far as I know, we are in the Great Bay Temple. We were just about to start it. But also we need to go see some beavers about some bottles. So without further ado, let's go ahead and continue. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Hope you're good. So Majora's Mask, we're playing it because of the 20th anniversary of the game, and I still can't believe the game is that old. We are just about to start the Great Bay Temple, and we should be like right outside. We should be by the turtle. Why are we at Milk Road? Wait, I saved, right? Wait. I should have... I have New Way Boston. What was the last... Does anybody remember the last thing I did at the end of the last stream? I could have sworn it was just like, oh, yeah, Temple, we can't do this right now. I had the New Way Bossa Nova, so I should be ready to go to it. I don't remember. You think I remember anything? My memory is terrible. We are on the third day, so it would behoove us to go back in time on the first day and get a brand new cycle for the temple. I was thinking maybe do the beaver races to get an extra bottle and I don't remember what else. A piece of heart. But I think it's better to just go ahead and start the dungeon. So I'm gonna head back to the Termina Field, get some rupees, deposit it, and then head back in time. Yeah. Fuzzy Bear redeeming chicken attack this early? All right. Link, watch out! We gotta make some KFC! Shoot the birds, fried chicken! Alright. We fended them off, but there's only one left. He's pretty resilient if you ask me. Was it a bunch of side quests? Alright. Lamb Chap, 960, what's up? Welcome, welcome. I think we might have done like one side quest. Maybe I did like the milk delivery or something. It's been a while since we last played, but either way, we are doing Great Bay Temple today. Let me just head on over. Boop, boop. Let me just remind everybody, we're playing The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D Project Restoration, which is a mod that takes a couple of the changes that the 3DS version made and reverts them back to how they were in the N64. It keeps most of the quality of life changes, like, you know, the bank teller is still over here and whatnot, but it adds a couple more too. Like, if you'll notice, there's actually shortcut buttons for every transformation mask, just right here. What's this? You need something? Excuse me, but let me take a look at you. I like how you can talk to him in any form, and he just remembers that I'm Link. Deposit everything. Let's go! Kamen Rider redeeming hydrate? Sure. Delicious. So I don't remember how to get the Giant's wallet, but we're all ready for a trip back in time. It sounds even better coming out of guitar. Rock on, bro! You did the chicken attack because it's Zelda! Everything with chickens is Zelda. You found me out. You found my original form. Fun fact, my chicken avatar is based on the sprite of a Kuko from Link to the Past. It uses the same color palette and is generally the same shape. But I also added a couple details in my own style. I gave him little Kirby feet. That's mostly it. With a little tweaking, he ended up being my own. Hey look, did you hear that? It was me. We are at the start of a brand new day. So we're all ready. So the usual thing applies. We're gonna go to the temple. We're gonna find all the stray fairies. And then however much time we have left over. Aww. Punch. I mean, pet. Pet dog. Pet. What a shame. Whatever time we have left over, we're just gonna spend it doing a bunch of side quests. And I know exactly which one we can take care of after the temple. That's going to be the Skulltula house. The only other Skulltula house in the game. We already did the Southern Swamp one, so the Zora Great Bay one is going to be after. We could technically do it now, because we do have the hookshot. But there's another item in there that you need some other masks to get. Namely, the Captain's Mask. And we haven't even gone to Ikana yet. No, How do you play the new wave Bossa Nova? Almost. Oh. Haha! Beautiful, I got it. My memory. It works sometimes. I may not have good recollection memory, but playing by ear, something I can easily accomplish. Alright. Sorry, Lulu, but we haven't saved your babies in this timeline. The temple is more important. Da-da. So we were just talking about the new Pokemon news, the Pokemon Snap announcement for the new Pokemon Snap game. Obviously, is going to be what most people are interested in. That being said, I'm probably going to try out Pokemon Smile tonight and then never use it ever again. Here's what I think Game Freak's plan is. Create a Pokemon app for every waking moment of the day, so that Pokemon will just invade your life morning, noon, and night. You got Pokemon Smile before you go to bed, Pokemon Sleep while you rest, then you Pokemon Get Up and Go out of there. Go to your Pokemon job, get your Pokemon work done, get your Pokemon paycheck, ride a Pokemon Turtle into this Pokemon Great Bay Temple. Just watch. Rethwick, what's up? Your Pokemon Snap hype. You caught me talking about it. Yeah. I actually saw a YouTube video of somebody... Oh, bye, Turtle. I saw a YouTube video of somebody, basically before today's announcement. They recorded themselves reading the entire dictionary, word by word, and saying, I predict every new Pokemon game to ever come out, ever. So it's like, Pokemon House, Pokemon Bed, Pokemon Smile, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Gone. You just cut together, like, the times when he said Pokemon Smile, Pokemon Cafe, Pokemon Mix, and it's like, oh, dude, I predicted everything! Dumb, but you know, I should have thought of it first. How you doing, Rethwick? Did you see the whole announcement? Did everybody see the whole announcement? I was deciding whether or not to play this or the new DLC for Pokemon. Ended up going with Majora's Mask, because, you know, it's been a long while since we played it. We'll be starting the dungeon today. Just collecting some fairies. Hopefully there's another one in one of these barrels. And you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna spend the rest of this dungeon putting on the Great Fairy's mask. There you go. Wonderful. Ain't I pretty? If I'm correct, there should actually be a fairy in this room already. Seems like it. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to light all these torches. Deku Stick time. Pokemon Pokeball. I'm surprised that hasn't been... I don't have any Deku Sticks. I'm surprised that's not a thing yet. Let's see. I do still have some magic. I'm gonna try to light them with just fire arrows. Hopefully that doesn't use too much of my magic. Can we get two at once? I should save some of my magic. There's definitely, if I remember correctly, the item you get from this dungeon, ice arrows. We're gonna need the magic for that too. So this mod... Oh, there you go. This mod removes one of the most handholdy parts of this dungeon that they changed in the 3DS version. Before it crashes, let me save. And that is, the ice arrows would only work in specific sparkly patches of water in the 3DS version. In the N64, they worked everywhere. So it's back to that.
Whoa! That's a huge water wheel! It looks like it's turning because of the sheer force of the water coming through the pipe!
Very observant of you. Definitely the first water wheel I've seen that moves up. Those pirates are dead. They deserved it. Maybe they didn't. It's okay, they can swim, they're fine. Pokemon Cafe looks cute, but you already don't keep up with Pokemon Quest and Pokemon Shuffle. I was mentioning it kinda looks like the Disney Tsum Tsum game. It's a pretty fun game to play, so... I don't doubt that people will enjoy it if they do end up playing it. So as with any water temple in a Zelda game, everything revolves around you making sure that the water is flowing the way you want it to. Instead of changing water levels, though, it just operates a bunch of machinery. A pretty good aesthetic for the dungeon, I think. Focusing more on, like, the steampunkish aspect of it. Ba-bum-bum-ba-bum-bum. So the switches, they deactivate the water wheels. Does that actually help me in any way, though? Let me get a lay of the land before I try anything. You never liked the Great Fairies. They unsettle a lot of people. Just be glad that they don't have the models from the N64 version. The pointy ones, especially because this game is in 3D. You can poke an eye out. Your favorite Great Fairy design is the one from Wind Waker. In that one, they actually look... Well, there's kind of two Great Fairy designs. There's the Great Fairy Queen, which looks like a little kid. Kind of also looks like Fi. And then there's the regular Great Fairies that kind of have this, like, Shiva design. I definitely think they took some of that design as inspiration for Fi in Skyward Sword, just kind of tying all the Zelda games together. They are very nice. They remind you of mythology, goddesses from some other religion, but not particularly anyone's in specifics. Reminds you of the actual Fae. Very good. If there's anything that Nintendo is consistently good at, it's making their games look unique. They don't necessarily set out with making everything look 100% realistic, because they recognize that their hardware is not perfect, and the only way to survive with age is to be stylish in some way. Even their realistic games, like Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, they have some, like, elements of style to undercut the realism. Alright, you and me, fish versus spider. Who wins? Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the water spout. Down came Zora Link and wiped them all out. I want to point out that the Zora fins are as powerful as the Kokiri sword. Or else that would have definitely killed him in one hit. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-dum. Everybody talks about Twilight Princess as if it's like the most realistic Zelda. It is the most realistic Zelda so far, but it's definitely got a style to it. The Skulltulas in Twilight Princess could have used a little less realism. They were horrifying, I'll give you that. You thought I missed? All according to Keikaku. Let's see if there's any other great fairies in this, or any other stray fairies in this room. I don't think so. It's not sparkling. Good. Note, Keikaku means plan. Aha, didn't need a translator's note for that one. Dixie, hello. Welcome to the stream. We're playing Majora's Mask. Just started the dungeon. We are on to the second room. Water! So they definitely took lessons from the Ocarina of Time Water Temple and said, how about we make this dungeon a little bit more linear, use that first room as a way to teach the player how it works, and then now dump them into the main hub for the rest of the dungeon to come. Yeah.
Huh, I get it. That huge water wheel is powering this thing.
You turned it on. And so have I. So the way this dungeon works, this is the central hub. You can see down there, there's different doors that lead off to other parts of the dungeon. And for the most part, you can only access a couple at a time. So let's go down one that's open. You can't go wrong. There's some piranhas! Ooh! Get out of here! Fun fact, piranhas don't actually attack humans. Unless they're really, really hungry. In which case, a wild animal will attack pretty much anything. But for the most part, you're safe. I watched this video about Penn and Teller trying to perform a Houdini escape trick with a tank of live piranhas. Yeah, Teller just got dumped in a whole tank full of them. He was fine. He's even scared them a little bit. In this room? Yes. You're screaming, but internally people are trying to sleep. You won't spoil which one. You encountered one of your favorite Pokemon. Oh, you're still playing the DLC, huh? I don't know what new Pokemon are in, but I heard, please tell me if it's true, that Pokemon following you in the overworld is back? Oh, that is so nice. That's honestly a feature that I should have stayed the whole time. Like, I don't see any reason for it not to happen. Whoa, Mr. Grabby Hands. Hands off the merchandise. This is not the fish market. Get Deku Babas in the water. Look, they have little hands. I'm okay with the idea that some of them are aquatic. But I don't see the reason to have given them little grabby hands. That just makes them look silly. I'm all for it. Original Water Temple was horrendous. The meme is that it was like the worst dungeon in the history of forever. I think there are definitely unfortunate things about its design that lead a lot of people to miss things about it. And by definition, that is bad design in a dungeon. But if you know how the dungeon works, it's not too bad. It's a matter of like making sure you grab everything on the floor before you leave. Right into this door. Ooh. Ha. If it is a thing, you wouldn't know because you haven't done any of the story. You've been running around catching Pokemon. Out of all the people I've seen stream Pokemon Sword and Shield, about 80% of them all get stuck in the wild area the first time they see it. Because they just want to catch all the Pokemon they can. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. That's almost what I did until I forced myself to like, oh, I gotta do story. I wanted to go somewhere. Ooh, about you. Whoa, you can walk on water? Whoa! Now that just ain't right. This area is horrendous. Full of aquatic spider plants, exploding mice. Why did I even agree to come here? Whoa, stop it! It's for science. We're here to research the wonders of the deep. You've seen nature shows where guys jump into the Amazon River in piranha season. It's absolutely safe. The myth propagated from when President Roosevelt visited the Amazon and the locals wanted to play a prank on him. So they took a bunch of piranhas into captivity, starved them, and then dumped them back into the river, and then showed Roosevelt this live cow that they also fed to the piranhas. And then that's how he saw them, like, skinned alive. So I'm sure if a person had fallen in at that time, they would definitely not have lived to tell the tale. That's very cruel. Don't do that to fish. I don't know. People went to some weird lengths to play jokes back then. Da-da, ba-da. Clip that. Anytime I'm grabbed and flung around, just a big old clip. I'd believe it. My plane is your pleasure. So the Zora swimming. This is how it was in the N64. You can just zip zoom around. You can also press R to put up a shield, but it costs magic. In the original 3DS version, you had to use the shield if you want to swim fast, like that. Otherwise, you just kind of just float around. Not as fun. Going down this way led me back to the main room. But what about here? I do also have a key, so if I find a locked door, I'll be able to go there. Nope, the current's leading me this way. Seems like a very dangerous prank. 0 out of 10 prank, would not recommend. Ah, there's an entrance down here. I like the little laser bars blocking you from the other ways. They kind of look like jail bars, but also they look very dangerous. So they visually tell you, like, nope, no way to slip through here. You're not made of paper. This ain't Paper Mario. Speaking of Paper Mario, we finished that on Monday. It was a fun time. I can't wait for Origami King. These clams. I remember these fellows being pretty annoying in Ocarina of Time. If you didn't have the hook shot, you kind of were screwed as far as trying to attack them. Ba-ba. Yo. Whack. Stop that, clam. You don't eat me, I eat you in the middle of my seafood hot pot. Very spicy, very delicious. This is how swimming works in regular Majora's Mask 3DS. You just kind of float around. This mod allows you to do both. Not that you really want to do the lame little floaty. Come on, I'm an aquatic creature. I should be floating through with relative ease. Ah, here we go. The locked door. I also realize I'm not using the Great Phrase Mask at all. Oh, no! Didn't mean to use that. Great Phrase Mask is on pressing R and X. Whoa, hey! Pretty good, pretty good. Anything in this room? Nah. Nothing. Well, now that I got an empty bottle, let's hope there's a fairy inside one of these. 'Tis not so. This room seems suspicious. Why is it so big? Oh, there's something we're about to see. I know exactly what's here. Should be a mini-boss in the next room, I think. Maybe? Maybe not. They're giving me the opportunity to load up on arrows, which means I'm gonna need them. I have 50, so that's good enough for now. Alright. Do your worst! Hello? Hello? Nobody's here. How odd. Why would they just give me a big old giant empty room? Well, I guess there's nothing to do but to kick back, sit down. Start the cutscene, please. I don't know why it let me take a picture. I see. Ladies and gentlemen, the most horrific thing in Majora's Mask. A giant eyeball covered in fish eggs. Egg. Alright, I know how to fight you. Gotta grab the balls off. And crush him. He likes it like that. Egg. I don't know about that. I remember this boss. It's kind of a variation of bosses that have existed in other Zelda games. Giant eyeballs that like are covered in a barrier of some sort, but they use to surround the eye in like a 2D plane. This is the first instance of the boss like existing in 3D. And he's a sphere instead of just a circle, covered in eggs in all directions. This is an example of a fight that transitioned perfectly to 3D, I think. At least in terms of aesthetic. We need to call up Briscoe. I'm collecting all the salmon eggs. I need to be paid for this. It's too much work. Can I just, like, shoot these eggs with arrows? Oh, that's actually easier. Let it fly! Haha! Snipe, snipe, snipe. Oh, too many eggs. When's the egg attack? Sleep with one eye open, gripping your eggs tight. He's definitely an eggy boy. He's just me. Every time you guys type egg in the chat, this guy gets stronger. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Every time an egg eggs, this guy gets more eggs. I'm glad he doesn't really do anything besides float ominously. I realize this is way faster. Slash him off! Where are your eggs now, huh? Woo! I don't like that he has an optic nerve. Oh shoot. Ooh. Just bring up the shield. Alright, Mr. Eyeball Man. Mitsuketaizo! Kochi o miro! Take a look at this. Yep. Stop hitting yourself. Time for your eye exam. You pass. Or more like you have passed. It's a shadow me, surrounded in eggs. No, you're not me! That's right. I'm me now! Monoculous. You guys ever play that Team Fortress 2 Halloween event? There was a boss that was just like that. A giant floating eyeball. And it's funny, the lore. They said it's the spirit of the Demo Man's lost eye. Because one of the character classes, the Demo Man, is missing an eye. So they're like, yeah, that's where it came from. You got the ice arrow! I didn't realize you get this so early in the dungeon. You might finish this pretty fast, honestly. Anything in here? No. Alright, time to equip that. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Sweet. He's like a big old slug. Eyeball slug. Definitely slimy enough. Spin for the win. Spin! Now that we have ice arrows, the game's letting us try out exactly what they do to certain enemies. Instant kill on the choo-choos. It's nice. Shattered to bits. And now you can try them out in this room. Oh, chill out. So if I'm correct, now you can just freeze anything. Sweet. Oh, this is perfect. Although what you're supposed to do is get up to one of these Octoroks floating in the water. Look how shiny he is. He looks kind of important. Freeze! Check it out, the precursor to the Breath of the Wild. Majora's Masked Link thinks he's all cool, freezing enemies to get where he needs to go. And meanwhile, Sheikah Slate, Breath of the Wild Link, is just here like, yeah, I'll freeze anything, bro. Frosty arrows. You're as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice our love. Twitch Sings. Alright, we need to start making a playlist for Twitch Sings. If I ever do start playing it. I need to know what songs I actually know and are also in Twitch Sings. Now that all this Twitch DMCA stuff is going around, I gotta be extra careful. You guys know I'm uncultured, so just because a song exists doesn't mean I know it. There's no fairies in this room, but maybe something in the water is needed to progress. Let me just do a quick scan of the ocean floor. No iron boots necessary here. There's a hole, but I think that's how I got in. Let me check the map real quick. That's the main room. Yeah, let's go check out the floor above us. Frozen Octoroks. They say you gotta flash freeze the fish and octopi you catch so that they stay fresh by the time they make it to market. It's a food safety thing. Make sure there's no parasites too. The flash freezing kills them. If you ever want to make your own sushi, you're supposed to buy sushi grade fish. What they do is, as soon as they catch it, they freeze it. Wait a minute. This is the room I just came from. So, was there really a point to jumping on top of the middle here? Oh yeah, because I pushed that thing. It changed the flow of this pipe. It made it all nice and pink. I think it's pink. So let's see what that does. Look at the design here. They've got the pipe flowing all this way. So you know it affects something out there. You just gotta head back to the main room and look for, just pink. Kamen Rider X8 Hot Pink. Do I read any webcomics? I don't really read webcomics anymore. Ah! You see that the pipe affected over here, and it now leads up there. So that should be our next place to go. Not since, like, the 2000s. I used to read a lot of the gaming webcomics that were out around that time. You know, Penny Arcade and every single derivative. That was like the hot thing in webcomics back in the day. Just two gamers sitting on a couch talking about video games. Nowadays, you just live that as a streamer. That's just life. Isn't that kind of funny? How it turned out like that. Yup. I guess that's why that webcomic style went the way of the dodo, huh? Hey, wait, no. Get this prawn out of here. No, thank you. Up, 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 up. Thank you. The Oggy Boggy song? You mean the Oogie Boogie song? I'm the Oogie Boogie Man, whoa. Whoa. Disney stuff. That's the only thing I do know. Anything from Disney. The ground beef lovers. Walmart had to recall 43,000 of ground beef because of E. coli. I heard about that. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Especially since ground beef is kind of has a shortage right now. In general. So, you know, it's good to have an alternative for meat. Hey, you know, I will always recommend eating chicken. Night Mage Mystic. Adobo-han! Adobo-han? I see my honorific has increased in antiquity. What's up? What's up, Night Mage? Hope you're doing well. We're in the middle of the dungeon. We got the dungeon map. We're playing Majora's Mask for the first time in a long time. Just talking about, you know, random stuff. Music from Disney movies that I can possibly sing on Twitch Sings. I've definitely heard of a couple of the ones that are on Twitch Sings. There is one Disney song I will definitely not sing, though. As much as I love it, I will not sing Friend Like Me. One of my favorite Disney songs, but the version that's on Twitch Sings is the Broadway version, which is like 15 minutes long and includes a medley of a million other Disney songs. So that is entirely too much to sing at once for somebody like me, and I commend the Broadway actor who plays Genie for doing all of that. Go check out that version, it is insane. Personally, you prefer fish, but some of your family members have problems with that. I'd say if I could eat sushi for every meal of every day without getting mercury poisoning, I would. Top 3 favorite foods I've mentioned on stream: sushi, curry, ramen. Like, sure, they might all be Japanese food, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm a weeb. I'm a weeb for other reasons. I just like all those foods. Gotta lead this choo-choo over here. He'll be our platform. Ready? Go! Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. He's not that much of a threat. I just don't want him anywhere near me. Look at that face. He looks like Muraoka from Persona 4. Alright, you delinquents. Which one of you has been shooting me with ice arrows again? Not me, sir. Beautiful. Fish is really good. I'm with you on that, Rethuic. What's this is your favorite song from Nightmare Before Christmas. What's this? What's this? There's a chicken on the stream. What's this? He's doing all the memes. What's this? He's screaming, yelling, playing, and doing all the things that should be not entertaining. And yet, somehow, he is! You like it? I just made that up on the spot. I've been thinking about how to get better at improvising lyrics. As you know, one of the things I do randomly on stream is just sing. Making jokes while I do it is the natural progression. I need to stop falling off of that pipe. I've been taking inspiration. I've been watching clips of Whose Line Is It Anyway? I used to watch that show and clips of it all the time back in college. Link, you having a bit of a troubles here? You okay? You okay, kid? Down. Definitely not gonna get back on that pipe. He was having a crisis. Just a little, senior moment as young Link. One of my favorite skits from Whose Line is definitely the Irish drinking song, where they just come up with lyrics on the spot. Or in the hoedowns, too. I'll make a man out of you. Let's get down to business. To egg the room. Did they send me chickens when I asked for brooms? Why brooms? To sweep up all the crime in this place. So I guess the only thing in here was moving that switch. So now we got a pipe flowing out this way. I'd assumed that you needed to go and do something on the pipes up there, but doesn't seem to be so. How many stray fairies do I already have? Is there a counter? 4. Still missing over 2/3 of them. Gotta find what you like. Maybe I should be a bard in Dungeons and Dragons. You were talking about Dungeons and Dragons. If being a bard in Dungeons and Dragons actually required me to physically sing, I'd be fine with that. I'm your chicken. I'm your dude. Just give me the lyrics. I'm butts at coming up with my own. Would sing Keith David's Disney song? Which one is that? Egg the song? Bells, you hear them? Do not ask for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. We're back here. Now we have ice arrows. Night of the first day. I need to see if there's any sort of secret here. There is a stray fairy. But where? That's what I'm wondering. The question is it in this room period? Maybe it's inside one of the enemies? Or does this room count as like this room and the one before because they're connected by one hallway? You don't actually have to sing as a D&D bard, but it can make it more interesting. I'm all for it. That should be part of the rules. I don't know why I thought that would work. Boy. For curiosity's sake, I'm gonna go down here and kill all these Dekubabas. He's got friends on the other side. The cards will tell. The cards are telling me to obliterate Exodia. And also that defeating all the enemies was the key to unlocking that chest. Perfect. That'll be our straight ferry for this room. Sing those lyrics, Biddy Melon, what's up? Egg, 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 Mari Damasi. Egg, egg. I actually was watching Lemmycat stream a little bit of Katamari Damacy, I think yesterday. I streamed that game when it first got re-released on Switch. Very fun series. I need to play more of it. Although every game is mostly the same. I'm totally fine with that. Katamari Damacy's gameplay doesn't really need to evolve all that much. Okay. Fling! Yup. Said yup. Thank you. Ice platforms, they work. Open chest. Boss key or compass, I'm thinking. Keith David did great with that role. Oh, that's what you mean by the Keith David song. I've played Zelda games for long enough that I can get an idea of what's gonna be in what chest. Like, I got the dungeon item super early. So anything that I can just straight up reach with the dungeon item is probably not gonna be too important. Unless it's a small chest, in which is probably gonna be a small key. Ow. I gotta be careful, I don't have a fairy anymore. Let's be honest, Dr. Facilier is one of the most evil villains in Disney. Like, what was his goal? Did he just want to gather souls for his voodoo masters for power? Pretty much, his goal was to appease his friends in order to continue obtaining their trust. Which means that he didn't even realize what powers he was really dealing with. He just knew that he doesn't want to cross them in any way, shape, or form. He knew how dangerous the stuff he was dealing with was. He'd already opened the door. He'd already, like, fallen down the dark, deep side, the deep end.
Egg.
So in that way, he's kind of a tragic character. Egg. I'll replace the regular arrows. There you go.
Egg.
Keith David was Goliath in Gargoyles. Gargoyles was one of those Disney Channel shows I never actually, like, watched. It was always on, though. Frog? Excuse me? I wonder why the game made me use a fire arrow to get in here, though. Ooh. Switches back to regular arrows, because I don't think I need those to pop these. Maybe I do. So this room is filled with dangerous fart bubbles. And he's just gonna envelop himself in them. Excuse me. The Jello Link! He's hiding inside of a mad jelly! Since his body is so soft, normal attacks won't do any good! Find some way to harden that goo! We wanna... Ooh, ah! Ooh, ah! Ooh! He's comboing me! Oh! Sakurai, please patch! Big old frog inside jelly for Smash Brothers win. You thought this was going to be the Gat Quack Turtle Rider. Turtle Rider was in the first dungeon. Although, similar idea. Notice how this is another ooh-wee, ow, ooh, ow, Hadouken. Uh-oh, stinky. It's not bringing out the ice arrows. What's going on? I think the shortcut's bugging out. Let me just go ahead and map the ice. Whoa. Menu's bugging out. We'll equip the ice arrows to the regular Y button and regular arrows to the Y button with R1. There you go. Yeah! Chill out. I taught myself to chill out. Bada boom, baby. I don't know what the real name of those turtles is, but I will forever call them Gatquack now. I always called them the Aflac turtles because they sound like the Aflac duck. Aflac. Forget Gilbert Gottfried. Majora's Mask is all the advertisement they need. I have not seen an Aflac commercial in forever. I wonder if they're still, like, trying to advertise. Die! Dead crab. Dead crab? Crab battle! Oh, hello! So doesn't this seem familiar? Die. It's been a while. What do you guys remember last time we fought a Gatquack? It also spawned a little frog? Now we know what this means! You know, since we are on a new cycle, I might as well see if I can start this here. But, he's one of the frogs in the frog choir. Ah, Danjiro, it has been so long. What has brought you all this way? Could it be you came all this way looking for me? Ah, you need not say a thing. Upon seeing that face, I understand. I see, but I had heard it was still winter in the mountains. When spring comes, I will definitely go to the mountains, so let us meet again. Yeah. By the way, little frog, what's your name? My name is Gatquack. Actually, all our names are Gatquack. Makes it very easy to identify us. They do still use the Aflac duck. They should. One of the most recognizable ad campaigns of our time. Would like some healing, though. Let's go kill all these pots. Imagination artist, what's up? Welcome to the Majora's Mask. I'm a frog. Let's take off this mask. We don't need it anymore. Slowly making our way through the Great Bay Temple. We're actually just flying through this temple. Either that or there's a lot more that I don't remember about it. But for the most part, we've been doing good. We just beat the second mini-boss, and then we're on our way. This should be the boss key, I think. Hello? Tube Soup, yo. Better get the Manok mask. Oh, I got that already. Just give me a second, I'll put it on. Got the boss key. I need to take out the Great Fairy Mask before I get items, or else I'll be scarred for life. What's wrong? Don't you like my appearance? That's not the Great Fairy voice I've been giving them. I've been giving them this kind of voice, like a jester. I'm starting to remember. It's been a while, but it's all coming back to me. Masks. Who says I don't have a chicken mask? This is how I gather all the stream viewers into one place. Insert Genji. I need healing! Artist is good. How am I? A little sleepy, but that's normal. Just, a little more tired than usual because I'm playing so many games at once. We finished Paper Mario, so that's a little bit of a load off. Since I'm not playing the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC on release day, we can hold off on that for a while. If I ever even decide to play it. I haven't even bought it yet, I'll be honest. Now that we have the boss key, it's just a matter of getting to the boss key. Should be. Are there any great fairies in this room? Stray fairies. I keep calling them great fairies. I mean, they're part of a great fairy. Pretty good. Gesture voice. It's one of my mainstays. Am I ever gonna go into voice acting? I need to be more active. I think. Like, I've done some fan projects, but I need to be more active in terms of, like, seeking out roles I can do. I have a feeling that fairy might be tied to defeating all the enemies in this room. Let's try it. Ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. That's one. Can we go for another? Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Zora Link mask. One of the only masks you can put on while you're in the water. The Great Fairies are Edwin. He came back from the Great Beyond in order to voice the fairies, don't you know? Actually, isn't he still alive? Who voiced King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph? He has got that kind of voice. Reminds me of the Lumpy Touch Clown. That sounds vaguely familiar to me, but I don't know what that's from. I could do voice acting for a chicken! You know, I auditioned for the part of Hey in Moana, but they just wouldn't give it to me. They said they wanted somebody more natural. Who is more natural than me? Nobody, that's who. When in doubt, look up. Anything on the ceiling? What is that? Don't take a picture of it. There's a hookshot spot up there, but for what reason? For good reason. Nope. I'm guessing that's just a way to get out of here. To get back up to this area. Suspicious. I just needed a good chicken setting. Over here. I gotta remember not to shoot ice arrows into the water. It doesn't work. No, regular arrows, please. Yeah? Yeah? I'll get him eventually. Doesn't quite work. Ah! He wants a bite of my chicken nuggets. Whoa, hey, whoa. I guess we're leaving that room. Alright, fine. Didn't want to be in there anyway. Although I still did. There was still a stray fairy up there. Check out the lights. The design of this dungeon is mostly the same as the N64. They've just, like, spruced it up a bit. All these lights kind of leading to each individual area. They're not really fancy, bright. The lights kind of look like fish. Excuse me, sir. Stop. Doo-doo. Soul Sapphire, what's up? How you doing? By the way, we're talking about voice acting. The new Pokemon Direct, if you saw it. Pokemon Snap. You were close to missing the news. Whatever happens in that new Pokemon Snap game, I hope that Professor Oak is back, and I hope that Todd Snap is back. Todd Snap, at least that was his name in the anime. I gotta find a way to stop the flow of water. The current's too strong. What else is in this room, I wonder? So Sapphire's been here for a while. What? Uh-oh. Sorry, I wasn't sure if I said hi to you. Well, you get another one. Because you're special. I'm a little bit more focused on the game today, because I do have to use my brain power, which I don't have to do very often. Hey, there you go. One of thems. Now that the water is flowing, let's see if I can get to the other... Ooh! To the other side. What do I think the announcement next week will be? Like, the obvious guess would be the Gen 4 remix, Diamond Pearl. Maybe even just a straight up remake of Platinum. I played Diamond and Pearl, but I haven't played Platinum. I know it changes around a couple of things. Could you imagine? What if they just sold a remake of the 4th gen that was not, like, sold separately? Not a separate Diamond and Pearl. It's just Diamond and Pearl, the remake. Maybe at the beginning of the game you choose whether or not you want it to be Diamond or Pearl. Which could be cool. Maybe for once, Pokemon could just let you have both versions of the game. They wouldn't be that nice. We'll see. I just know that if it's not the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake, then people are going to be very angry. Because you do not, like, say that people... You do not tell people to anticipate something, some mystery news, when they've already been, like, starving for news up until this point. And then not come out with something they've been wanting. I think Nintendo... I think Sakurai learned that lesson in respect to, like, Smash News and whatnot. Remember when there was gonna be a Nintendo Direct, and then they specifically said, the new Smash Fighter will not be described at all during this Direct? Nintendo at least understands it's very important to manage people's hype in this day and age. People have the propensity to get angry. Angry at things that were never even promised. I see a hookshot point above that water, so we're gonna go closer to it, see if I can jump onto that water spout. Focus on this. On a cow? Ooh, maybe that's the secret. Although the Ramani Ranch side quest was last time. You'd be focused too. Thank you for understanding. The Detective Pikachu game they announced ages ago but haven't shown. Well, they released the first part of the Detective Pikachu game. We haven't really had any news on whether the second part of the Detective Pikachu game for Nintendo Switch is in development or not. It's in an awkward place, because I've heard that the story for the Detective Pikachu game, more or less, is the same as the movie so far. There's that whole plot about, like, Pokemon going out of control because of some mysterious, like, R thing. And in the movie, that has a resolution. So people are wondering if the games... What happened with the games is there was a first part to the game that released on 3DS that has the same kind of story, and it didn't really have an ending. So people are wondering if it's going to have the same resolution as the movie. I mean, it's okay. It's predictable as far as what happens in the movie. But I'm not exactly, like, super excited to find out what happens. Ooh, let's get another fairy. Mots, thanks for the raid. Can we get a shout out for Mots? And if you'd like, you can do it yourself, Mots. You can actually just type !SO, Mots. How was the game you were playing? Hope it was fun.
Hey.
What were you playing? Welcome on in, everybody from the raid. You were playing Final Fantasy 14. Ah, you made a little hint there with the Chocobo emote. Is that your emote? Or is that somebody else's? I do love it, being a bird myself. How you doing, Mots? Also, Carlos, Min's broadcast, what's up? For a second, you thought Earthbound music was playing. It was. It was, that's part of my raid, that's part of my raid sound now, my alert. It plays just a few seconds of one of the Earthbound battle themes. I realize what happens whenever I get a raid is sometimes people get an ad, or Twitch is just a little bit, like, it takes a little bit to load, and my raid alert is very short. So some people miss the fact that there's an alert at all. You had fun. Yeah. MMOs, I've tried on multiple occasions to play. They haven't super been my thing. I've tried them. Not that I don't really like them, it's just they require a lot of commitment for someone like me to play. But I know they are tons of fun. I'm glad you had fun. PSO2 will probably be the one. If there would be any MMO to grab me, it would be PSO2. Because not only is it a sci-fi technological theme that's usually my bread and butter, but it also, well, that's pretty much just it. It's also free, that's the thing. No subscriptions or whatnot. I just don't have the time to be playing an MMO right now. Too many games to play. My schedule has been jam-packed for streaming. You know the stuff. Here we go. Wait! So right now, I'm focusing on trying to move the water wheel into a position where I can reach the other side of the room over there. I think I'm directing the water in a way that'll allow that to happen. Let's see. Nope, there's still water flowing. Let's try pushing the faucet the other way then. Although I'm sure... Actually, wait a minute. I can't really tell. Because that's a different direction from where the water wheel was flowing last time, right? So theoretically, that should allow me to enter other doors. Let's try it. But welcome on in, everybody from the raid. Mott's is a good friend of me and Brad, so go check him out. Very chill dude. If you guys don't know me, I play a lot of Nintendo games. My name is Chris, and I'm a chicken. Usually, it's a very relaxing time. At least I try to make it when you're in one of my streams. And we're playing Majora's Mask right now. One of my favorite games. It was its 20th anniversary just a few months ago. So, we are in the middle of a playthrough, continuing one that we started way back when. Carlos just started watching JoJo Part 3 with some friends. First episode with Kakyoin is amazing. I'm a little bit sad whenever I do honestly recommend JoJo to people, and they just kind of stop after the first season. Because it happens a lot, and I don't blame them. But boy oh boy, does it just completely change after season 2. Stand power and all that. It's something that... It's hard, because you can't force people to like something. And that's the very reason that, like, JoJo gets a lot of flack, Undertale gets a lot of flack. It has such a big fan base that people get annoyed by it. But at the same time, it's really the only way you can get people to, like, get rid of their notions that, like, oh, it's popular, it must be bad. Okay, let me think here. I think I want the water going the other way? I can't quite remember. Let's see if the areas that are open are the same ones as before. They don't seem to be, actually. Maybe? I can't tell. The little guides they added to this game are all based on color. And that doesn't exactly help me. Rhetoric like Part 1 a lot. It is very much an 80s shonen, like Fist of the North style. Fist of the North style manga. So, you know, you have to be in the mood for that kind of thing in order to really get into it. It is a product of its time. I always say that. And I don't fault it for that. It's unabashedly manly. Almost cartoonishly so. But it is a cartoon, so that's okay. Luck and pluck. Here we go. We're making new ground here. Here's the boss room. Already? I can just go fight the boss if I wanted to. I have, like, not nearly all of the stray fairies, though. Spoilers. Look, man. JoJo's been out long enough. I'm not talking about, like, the main plot points of it. I'm just saying, like, general descriptions. It's, like, 30 years old. That doesn't... I know that doesn't necessarily excuse it. Like, there are things that... I'd be hypocritical if I said, like, just because it's old doesn't mean that you shouldn't be careful of spoilers. But I'm making sure to be more careful. 33 years. Like the vampire stuff. Anything that has a slight basis in science. Just enough that you can start BSing your way through a description of how things work. The author of JoJo is definitely a master of that. Some people are the kind of people that are like, the second things are displayed, or the second things are described as scientific when they're not, they get offended. And it's kind of their loss. I just like things that are dumb and silly, in general. So that's why it's right up my alley. I was actually, ooh, new room. I wanted to get that fairy, but I guess we're here now. I wanted to talk about, I was starting to play Resident Evil 3, the remake, with my friend Carlos right there. He was guiding me through, just like we did for Resident Evil 2, telling me the ins and outs. I remember this room. Oh, this room gave me a lot of trouble the first time I played Majora's Mask, because you gotta do something you haven't really needed to do in any other room of the game, and you kind of just have to experiment with what's possible with the items you have. But basically, it is technically something you've done before. You just wouldn't think to use it in that way. So let me just time this right and freeze this waterfall. Freeze the waterfall. Oh! It stops the flow. The wheel stops turning. And then you can very easily just jump across here. Whoa! Or maybe not. Ow. Ow, my booty. Stop nipping at my butt. I'm only but 10 years old. The killer is... Oh no, Rethwick. Did you get got? You get got by the killer? Oh, wait. I'm just sitting here waiting for it to thaw. No, you actually gotta go and melt it. I feel like that's a reason that the game had us use the fire arrow on a block of ice earlier. To remind you that you can do that. Or else you'd be stuck here wondering, like, why is this ice not melting? It's one of those things that is not quite consistent with how things work in other parts of the game. Because the ice arrows, when you freeze the water, like, just the standing water, it stays there. But then it melts after a few seconds. How did I grab onto that? I will take it. There's a stray fairy somewhere here. And I want to say it's in that chest. Ah! I see now why. There's another side to this, why there's a platform over here. Alright, let's get that ice melted. Buttons, please. Yes, fire melts things. It's definitely something that makes you feel dumb if you don't realize it, like, right away. But if you're too used to games being games, you might not realize what you're doing wrong. Wait a minute. I don't realize what I'm doing wrong. I'm definitely not tall enough to grab onto that little area, that little ledge. I need to find a way up there to get to the chest. That's got a stray fairy in it, for sure. I want to say maybe hookshot, but I don't know where I'd get a good vantage point. I'm gonna try melting the ice while I'm... Or rather, stopping the ice. Stopping the waterfall with ice while I'm over here. Ready? Go! Hold on. Fire! PK Fire! Why, yes, there is a sound command for PK Fire. Thank you for noticing. Up. And then... Yep. Uh-huh. Okay, yeah. if you design a game, you gotta think about how your game systems are designed, and if they are consistent with each other. If you got an item that freezes things, do those things melt automatically, or do they have to be melted manually? If in some cases it's automatic and in some cases it's manual, that might confuse some people. For the most part, it's okay here because it's just that one room. It's time to tip the scales. Have I ever played Crystal Chronicles? I played it on the GameCube way back when. Heck yeah, I love that game. Whoa! I never had too much of a chance to play it like properly multiplayer. I've only ever had 2 Game Boy Advance link cables to GameCube. So I only ever played 2 players with the neighbor kid way back when. And playing Crystal Chronicles 2 players is one of the least fun experiences you can have. At least if you got those kinds of friends that will leave you with chalice duty while they actually go and do the adventuring. Crystal Chronicles was an experimental game on the GameCube using Final Fantasy races and characters about a world filled with this fog called the miasma. It's like magical poison. And long story short, you adventure all over the world to make sure the crystals that keep the miasma at bay are still charged and everything. You gotta charge them crystals. Wait a minute. Never mind, it's not just that one room. You also gotta use the water here. I forgot. It was multiplayer. You have to use Game Boy Advances for whatever reason. Using those link cables. And now it's getting a port coming out in August to the PC, Switch, mobile devices. Is this the room is this the door I came out of? Morning of the second day. I am spending entirely too much time in this dungeon. There is still a stray fairy in this room. Let's figure out the riddle. Da 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 ba ba da da da. Looking forward to the remaster. I definitely am. I need to get a crew together. See who's down to play that. You sort of want at least 3 players. What happens is when you play that game single player, you can play with a regular controller, and a little Moogle flies around and carries the chalice that keeps the miasma away. It's just, the miasma is basically this big old mechanic that keeps your party together as you explore. And you have this little chalice that keeps it away from your individual party, and a little Moogle carries it around. In 2 players, the Moogle is gone, and 1 actual player has to carry the chalice around, and therefore is not able to actually go fight things. Which sucks. With 3 players, the Moogle is still gone, but at least you can, like, switch the carrying duties without, like, any one player feeling like they are going without having fun for too long. Does the multiplayer work? In the port? Yes. It was supposed to come out early this year, but I'm guessing they wanted to make sure all the bugs were worked out, which is absolutely 100% worth it. If it's a multiplayer game, you need that. Da-da-da-da. I'm trying to cheese this scale, see if I can't just like climb on from here. Nah, I gotta melt it again. It would absolutely suck if the room didn't give you any way to restore your magic. Carlos wants to play. Heck yeah, I need to make some time. I need to find out when the game is actually coming out and like actually schedule around it. So either it'll be on stream or just like for fun. You always finish this dungeon and all Great Bay things in one go. I feel like I could have. I just, dilly-dally, shilly-shally when I play games. Zoota, 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 zoota. We're back here? I'll take it. what we gotta find out is how to activate this, whatever's flowing through this pipe. The green pipe, I want to say? Is it yellow? The not pink pipe. We're back in this room. We can traverse it the same way. By shooting ice. But does that help me right now? I need to follow this pipe and see, like, why it's not flowing. Let's follow it through. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da. It's hard to say for sure what exactly caused the delays, but as long as they make sure it's perfect when it comes out, it'll all be worth it. Like, it's not a game I'm super excited to play. I am excited to play it, but it's not a game that I particularly need to play right now, because I've already played it long ago. Whoa, whoa, wait, whoa, whoa. Back in this room. We're going around in circles, going around in circles. Pretty sure I have all the stray fairies in this room. You never looked at where the pipes would flow when you were little. Just turn knobs until things worked. That's one way to do it. I gotta make another pass around this room. I had thought that the great fairy in that, the stray fairy in that chest was the only one, but it looks like there's another one. No, don't climb on it. Break it, bop it. Conan, what's up? Are you in despair? Don't worry, I'm here. We're making our way through the temple, finding our little stray fairy friends. They gotta be around here somewhere. I bet. Probably after killing all the enemies, they're gonna appear. Going around in circles. Keep going back to the Cartoon Network groovies. Can never escape them. I mentioned before, we were watching the new Scuba movie in Kamen Rider's Discord before the stream. I'd say it was pretty fun. Like, it doesn't do anything radically new with Scooby-Doo, but you don't really need anything new with Scooby-Doo. I'd rather it be faithful to the characters and just be a nice little Scooby story than try to change everything all over again. This time, the monsters are real! Like, you don't need that. You don't need that. And in fact, this was more like a love letter to Hanna-Barbera. And they basically created a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe. At sometimes it did kind of feel a little like pandering to the Hanna-Barbera old school fans. But for the most part, they paid respect to the existing characters. It kind of felt like Lupin the Third, because it's Scooby-Doo set in modern times, basically. The thing about Lupin the Third is there's not really one time period. There's not really one time period that Lupin the Third takes place in. He's always just in whatever the current day is. And what's important is, you know, the relationships between the characters, how they act, and they get into some wacky situation that only they can solve. So that's how they kind of treat this movie. Like, you give Shaggy and Scooby smartphones and dating apps and Netflix references. And whether or not the joke hits depends on the joke itself and not necessarily the fact that it's these characters saying them. So it doesn't super feel like you're ruining the characters. It's more like, yeah, that's what they would do in modern times. Can I show my item menu real quick? I have 4 empty bottles. I have the ice arrows. Got that a while ago. Not much else. People have to pay for Netflix? Imagine. Doo-doo. Boo-doo. I've been in this room for an unsettlingly long time. I need to focus. So what exactly is causing the Great Fairy's Mask to tell me that there is another fairy in this room? I've always thought, for the most part, that this temple was not bad. But now that I'm trying to get the stray fairies at the same time and not using a guide to do it, I think the last time I played this game, I did use a guide to get all the fairies. It's causing me a bit of issue. It's probably not, like, accessible from here. It's probably out of this room, but the game thinks that this room is the same as, like, the room I came in through. I've fallen and I can't get up. Fairies are annoying in this one. Glad it's not just me. This is why I gave myself a full cycle for this one. We may just skip the reward for this stray fairy quest. Anybody remember what is the reward for getting all the stray fairies in Great Bay? The 3DS version does shuffle around the rewards a little bit. But for the most part, I don't think the one in Great Bay is too necessary. Yep. Okay, we're good. Hee-ho. The last time we came here, we established there's no fairies left. Just gonna go on through. Ba-da-bow, ba-da-bow. Okay, out of here. Yep. Fire and ice, baby. What is the best use of fire and ice as a theme in a video game? I went in a circle. Let me check the map. I know there's one fairy I missed earlier. I got 10. I got most of them. Let's head down this way. You get the white border hearts. Actually, that's pretty good. Double your health, basically? I like that. Half the damage you take, double your health. Effectively the same thing. Makes each heart twice as resilient. This will lead to that room. Okay, we've been here before. There was also a fairy in this room. Dude, I'm confused. I'm just hoping they don't count the main area over here. Like, if I went through this and went back to the main hub, do they count that as the same room, or is there something I'm missing here in this whole area? That's what's scaring me. Let's take a good look at everything in this room. Bum 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 bum. Maybe it's something that I can only see with a lens of truth. I doubt you'd need it. Alright, we'll take a chance. We'll make that change. Gotta check this main hub real quick. Oh, no, wait, that's not the main hub. Oh! I just noticed there's a little hole over there. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, yeah, I could definitely... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create a little ice path to that hole. Alright, hookshot up there. And that's probably a stray fairy. Sneaky, sneaky. Focusing real hard. At least it's not a Persona dungeon. Then I need to focus and then lose all my resources. That's not a good angle. Into the corner. And in this corner, it's young Link. The Great Gonzalez. Oh yeah, brother. If the snapping turtles are called Gatquacks, then I'm gonna call the stray fairies the meows. I always bring out the wrong arrow. I'm wondering if the new Scooby movie will just kick off the Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe. It's gotta, right? Not only does it have like the Blue Falcon, it also has like little cameos from Jabberjaw, Atomic Ant, stuff like that. That was fun to see. They definitely got whatever. They definitely got the rights to do something with those characters. They can still be relevant if people want them to be. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. At what point, though? At what point is it actually just pandering to nostalgia? We're good. This room is clear. Next area. Nothing here either. Reactivate the water. The old song and dance. I feel like I'm Tom Hanks, Groundhog Day. Wait, I mean Tom Hanks. Bill Murray. But I think Tom Hanks started Groundhog Day. I must be going through like the Mandela effect right now. See, in my original universe, Tom Hanks was played that role. Could you imagine that movie with him instead? Ba-dam, bam, ba-dam, bam. Let's try this again. One more time. From the top. Check the map. What rooms have I not been in? This room right here. This is the one that I knew had a stray fairy that I think I did not get. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, how do I get back there? Go back to the main area? Let's try it. Doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doodle-doo. You were about to say, Tom Hanks. My lack of culture begins to shine even harder. Here we go. We can follow the pipe in through here. Make one more pass through this room. At this point, it might just be a good idea to go beat the boss. Oh, you know what? I can't, because I do need to make the water flow through this room. I see the boss room, but no way to there. There's a fairy somewhere in here. Somewhere. I think it's the one that I saw here. Let's see if we can attract it to us from further away without having to touch it. Last time I just totally missed it. Beautiful. Head on up. Head on up. Head up. Head on up. Has anyone tried Pokemon Smile yet? Pokemon Brush Your Teeth? Pokemon Wash Your Hands? You know, I'm surprised that there wasn't a Pokemon Wash Your Hands. Just have it play the Pokemon Team Rocket motto. And that'll be the exact amount of time you need. People found out that the Pokemon Team Rocket motto actually lasts about the amount of time you need to wash your hands these days. So go play that. Go play that next time you want to time yourself. Prepare for trouble and make it double. To protect the world from mass infection. To cleanse your hands of... I can't think of a word that rhymes with infection that isn't wrong. Da, 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 da. This dungeon's a bit of a pain, but we'll get through it together. Together. Be prepared for the coup of a century. Be prepared for a murky scam. Tenacity spanning. Out, out, out. I don't want to get caught in a loop again. Gosh dang it. I just want to be in that room to see if there really is or isn't a fairy in there. What am I missing as far as the water pipe? I'm sure I've moved every switch I can. Alright, fish. Don't even try it. Son of a fish. Be observant. Gotta turn my eyeballs on. Gotta use my Manoka mind. My brain power. Gotta think. 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 Brain blasted up, baby. How many times have I been in this room already? Definitely think I've been in here too many times. Wait a minute. Yep. Whew. That's the pipe leading out. What am I missing about where it's coming from? Ba-down-down, ba-down-down. It's coming from that room. It's flowing. As far as I know, that's fine. Yep. Could you imagine if your world ran on magic? And like the air conditioning guy had to shoot an ice arrow into your air conditioning system in order to refresh its cooling power? See, I'm back here again. I'm back here again. It's just one big cycle. What am I doing wrong here? I guess let's go back to the main area. We need to find a way to get into this main room while I think both pipes are active, meaning that that waterfall across the way is off. But also, both pipes are flowing into the area down here. Just looking at the pipes here. That pipe is flowing. But it's not over there. Can't I reverse the main current? The current is reversed from the way I originally saw it, and that does open a different set of rooms. But I'm not completely sure like what I haven't seen yet. Let's try reversing it. Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. And see if that changes anything one last time. Ba-doop boop, ba-doop boop. Actually, there's a... There's another knob over there. So now we got both flowing at once. I don't think there's a way to get up without turning at least one of them off. Because these won't elevate. I can't use the hookshot to get anywhere. Let's turn that back on. Or rather off. I gotta turn off that pipe over there. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm sure this is a riveting stream. Fozzie Bear would have resorted to the strategy guide 9 times over by now. I'm glad that child me had at least this dungeon in Nintendo Power. I had mentioned the last time I played this. This was the game that made me start looking at game facts, because the dungeon after this was not in Nintendo Power. They had stopped covering Majora's Mask by the time it got to that part. So it was either buy the official strategy guide or resort to something free. And lo and behold, I found the power of game FAQs on the internet. Sure, they didn't have nice, detailed, drawn-out maps, but I took what I could get. Ba-dum bum ba-dum ow. Ba-dum bum ba-dum bum. Yup. Stop it! Zora Link would rather be fancy and dive into the water rather than just stand on it. Yep. Don't think I can make it from this side. It's gotta be on that side. Little bit of oof. You're okay, Zora Link. Walk it off. Ba-da-ba-da-da. I want to jump, but I don't want to dive. There you go. Yep. Sweet. Return to normal. Hook shot my way up. I do wish that once you've already done this once, it'd be more convenient to just reverse the directions. Can you freeze it? Freeze the ice? Freeze the water spouts? Oh, you know. Maybe. Oh, you know what? That might be it. The elevators are only active if one of the spots is open. But what if both are on? I deactivate one with ice. You're a genius! Let's experiment. Oh, maybe it doesn't work. Doesn't seem to freeze the big spouty spouts. That ain't it. At least doesn't seem like it. Is there any other way to have either both of these spouts on or both of them off? I don't think so. Let's look at what happens when I have both of them off. Otherwise, I might just go ahead and resort to a guide. Now, I know I have a no backseating tag on. That's mostly to prevent people from just, like, telling me exactly what to do at every moment. If you guys have any tips, anything I'm missing, anything I don't quite remember, having played this over 20 years ago, I would like to know at least a little hint. Turning off the water doesn't impact the pipes flowing through. I think the way this works is you can't really enter the next room unless you have water flowing one way or the other. I think. Let's try making it flow the way it came in the first place. You have zero idea how to play Majora's Mask 3D. Oh, do you? Well, you know, it's a video game. You use the analog stick to walk around. Hey, there you go. Now you know at least 1% how to play the game. Which is more than me. The secret is I'm not even playing this game. I'm just commenting over gameplay that's pre-recorded. And you know, the person playing isn't very good. Good thing they're not me. I am not responsible for this in any way, shape, or form. Clearly. Ba-dum-dum. Ancient architecture. Why does it gotta be so mean? Ba-dum-bum. So it's flowing the other way now. Whoop. Maybe there was something I missed the first time around. Look at me saying that the original water temple isn't that bad, but at the very least, once you're done with a level of the dungeon, you have some idea that you're done. What about freezing that waterfall? Wait a minute. We can freeze that waterfall. I think. Maybe. I think I'm dumb. I'm dumb! I've been doing that this whole dungeon. I forgot that's a thing I can do. Another example of my preconceived, incorrect memories of how the game works have led me to make assumptions about the dungeon that are not true. For some reason, I had it stuck in my mind that I had to, like, had both faucets on or off in order to not make that waterfall go. That has nothing to do with it. Just freeze it. I figured it out eventually. Eventually. There we go. Last fish switch. I do appreciate that these are shaped like fish. It looks like a nice dungeon to hang out in with all the fish and stuff. The skeletal fish that are trying to eat ya, but, you know, as long as you don't let them get too close, or, you know, provide them with an ample supply of beef. Gotta be a fairy in this room. I think we're still missing like 3. Yes, there are. You don't remember how to do this dungeon, you have to do the whole thing twice. You followed the guide both times and you blocked it out. Same here, mostly. Again, when I was a kid, I actually just never did any of the stray fairy stuff. Never got the Great Fairy Sword, never got the extended magic bar or the extra health. I just kind of played the dungeons. And I told myself I would get the rest of the stray fairies after, but it never happened. It just never happened. Da-da. I think I have an idea of where the stray fairies are. I see a little hook-shotable area up here. So let's, skedaddle on before the Tektites end up bopping me. I can hear them trying very hard. Okay, I've given him a platform. I'm sorry, sir, but this is not your podium to give me speeches on. Alright, why don't you just chill out, please? Thank you. Ba-doop, boop, ba-doop, boop. Oh, wait a minute. That actually doesn't help me get up there. I see an issue with my strategy. Can't remember if you played this far. Coachlet, what's up, by the way? Or if it's just YouTube gameplay. Well, now you can experience it through Twitch gameplay. All you know is the clock makes you anxious. I mean, absolutely same. When I was a kid, I would just reset the clock for every single quest I would take on. Now that I've played this game a couple of times, I know which things take less than a day to complete. I know which things I can kind of bundle with other quests. Generally. But I'm not the best planner still. For the most part, I will, like, reset the timer. Rim Mage. We're talking about, Majora's Mask. We're playing it right now. Rethwick says, presumed discontinued. What do you mean presumed? What's going on? Hold on. I'm missing some chat. You found Mountain Dew fandom, and there are many discontinued ones like Flavor 286. Excuse me? Are you just reminded of Mountain Dew because of the colors of the energy flowing through? I believe it. We're looking for some stray fairies. Rim Mage, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. What were you doing? What were you playing? Can we get a shout out for Rim Mage? Double toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble. Cast a spell and stir the pot. It's a raid that we have brought. Yeah, Drewby, thanks for the resub. Welcome back to the chicken coop. Grab a nest, get comfy. 10 months. Uh-oh, the baby's overdue. Rim, Tomeboy, Doormats. Doormats, nice name. Grade A Master. Welcome. How are you doing? Pure Ash Nikos. Squidsy. Sunfax, wow, hi. You guys doing well? We were playing Art. Oh, I love that game. You were playing Mario Paint, right? Well, I hope you were making something cool. Was it more alerts? Was it more emotes? Yeah, we're hopefully at least 2/3 of the way through the Great Bay Temple. I'm just bumming around looking for some stray fairies. For the most part, we're almost at the boss room. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, we just got to this room. I remembered that you can freeze waterfalls. It's a very important skill to have. And if you don't know Rimmage, he is a very chill dude who does a lot of art. Am I out of magic? No, I'm not. How was I able to shoot a regular arrow? I have fire arrows and ice arrows equipped. That doesn't make sense. He plays a lot of Nintendo games. He loves Paper Mario. And he's just a very nice guy to be around. Yeah, if you don't know me, my name is Chris. I like to play Nintendo games, RPGs. Majora's Mask we're playing because of its 20th anniversary. Was a couple months ago now. But still, you know, it's never a bad time. Yeah. You guys having fun? Grade A Master, thanks for the follow. Yep. And apparently we're also talking about Mountain Dew. The most confusing thing was Doritos. You're telling me there was an official Mountain Dew Doritos crossover? 13th, I just need 2 more. You would have thought that would only have happened because of like a meme. Or some crazy cross promotion with Taco Bell, but really, it was a thing. It was stated to taste like Livewire with Dorito or nacho cheese flavor. I'm not sure if I want nacho cheese soda. Question of the day, what is the strangest flavor of soda you have ever tried? Are there any fairies up in here? Yes, there is. There's still at least one. What did I get out of that room? Actually, I feel like nothing actually happened as a result of this. Actually, you know what? I turned on the water. So that'll probably allow me to get through all these locked doors here. Elijah, what's up? Welcome to a retro game that I'm sure you enjoy. Majora's Mask, one of my favorites. Let's see if one of the stray fairies is in one of these pots. Rimmage did tell me to stir the pots. I hope breaking it is equivalent. There was an official Dorito flavor. My goodness. I'll taste it. I would. Just don't give me an entire liter bottle of it. Rimmage needs some food. Freeze that ice. Thank you, Rimmage. But I think ice doesn't need to be frozen. It's already cold. But I'll make sure, just for you. Get some food, Rimmage. When you come back, I want a full report of what you ate. And I hope it was chicken. Yeah, welcome on in, everybody. How you doing? Grade A Master's also gonna get some food. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Grade A. Hope you get some Grade A beef. Heck yeah. I don't see any stray fairies just floating around, so they gotta be like somewhere hidden. You know, there's one pot at the very middle of this room. You don't think, oh, of course it's gonna be in there. Out of all the places I've looked, I just didn't break this pot. It's Zelda. You break every pot. Oh, I'm gonna get dizzy. 20 years old already. It's older than 20 years now. It's like 20 years and 2 months. Look away if you get sick easily. There was a vanilla soda that tasted like baby powder. Wait a minute. They should have just marketed it as baby powder. Would have been much more successful. Doritos and Mountain Dew are both PepsiCo. I didn't know Doritos were made by PepsiCo. I had always assumed they were like Frito-Lay or something. It just makes sense to me that the company that makes Fritos would also make Doritos, but I guess not. Maybe they can sue. This was your favorite Zelda. This is still my favorite Zelda, even though I'm having a little bit of troubles with it. I'm just not used to playing this dungeon for an audience. There you go. Come to me, fairy. Wait a minute. There you go. Thank you. Only one left. Gotta find out where it is. Frito-Lay is owned by PepsiCo. Oh, well, there you go. I guess I wasn't wrong. I just didn't know how right I was. The good thing is once I find whatever room houses that last fairy, there's not really... It'll be the last one. Time to actually go eat. Strangest flavor of soda. Does it have to be official? Nah, you could have made it yourself. With maybe one of those make your own soda machines. When you decided to mix every flavor in the soda fountain. I mean, I still do that. You can get some pretty interesting combinations. Oh, get some good food roommates, by the way. Something that I really like to do that people don't really think of is mix the soda with some of the tea. Whether it's the iced tea or they have like green tea on the side. Depends on the restaurant. Not in this room. Not that way, cowboy. And that'll add a nice little, like, natural flavor to your soda. It isn't just, like, pure sugar. The weirdest soda that Thanktwig can think of is Mountain Dew Midnight Grape, because your brain can't comprehend grape Mountain Dew. Grape soda is definitely, like, its own beast. I can only really think of grape Fanta. You know what would be wild? If Kool-Aid started making their own soda. I'm surprised they haven't. Maybe they did, I just never knew. This dungeon is mostly solved at this point. Because we have access to every area. If we could go straight to the boss room. I just need to know what fairy I'm missing. In the interest of time, I'm actually just gonna go check the map. It's there for a reason. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. PepsiCo used to own Taco Bell. Is that why they're the only ones who have access to Mountain Dew Baja Blast? Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. They owned Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and KFC before spinning them off in the 90s too. I know that's why... I think Pizza Hut and KFC are at least still the same company. That's why you see all those combined KFC Taco Bells. Forget getting chicken wings with your pizza. Just get the entire bucket. Who's getting the KF console? I'll get my pre-order in, that's for sure. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Ba-da-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Alright, so I got a text description of the stray fairies. Light the 4 torches, underwater in a bubble, in a spider high up in the corner of that same room. In a spider? Maybe that's it. Let me see a visual map. Let me see if I can find a map. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Woodfall Temple. Snowhead. Great Bay. Alright. We got this map. Check every floor. Da-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. I killed that Skulltula. The pot and the barrel in the same room. Really? I don't think so. I just gotta think. Ah! I know exactly which one. I'm looking at this guide. There's one I know I missed. I've been trying to get it like multiple times throughout this entire playthrough, but I keep passing it by because it's in a place where there's a strong current. Be good, be good. There is Kool-Aid soda? They're called Kool-Aid sparklers. Why have I never heard of this? It's probably one of those things that depend on like what state you live in. Da-dun-dun, da-dun-dun. I hope it's not blocked off just because I've been activating all these jail bars. There's combined KFC Taco Bell. I think I've seen that, yeah. There's KFC Pizza Huts for sure. There's Taco Bell Pizza Huts for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if there was KFC Taco Bell. You just have combined KFC and Long John Silver's. That is a restaurant that I have never seen in California. If you know if there is one, maybe I'll check it out. Here, fishy, fishy. Wouldn't it be so cool if you could dive out of the water and just grab onto that ledge? Lifesaver soda in the 80s. Has anybody been around long enough to remember that? I remember seeing a YouTube video of this guy who had a 90s bottle of Crystal Pepsi. I remember having Crystal Pepsi when I was a kid. And it's just Pepsi and it's clear. But it's been so long. I heard that like a couple of years ago they brought it back for just a very short while. I missed my opportunity to go get a bottle and save it around. Someone at my work has a bottle of Crystal Pepsi just saved. Oh, been here already. And then it came back. Anybody remember Orbits? The drink with the chunks of whatever in them. When you say chunks of whatever, that doesn't exactly sound appetizing. Folsy Bear. Or Elijah. Sorry, I just said the first name that I saw in the chat. And let's see. Was it like chunks of jelly? Because I have had soda with jelly in it. That was when I visited Japan. I made it a point to go to every vending machine I could and try something unique from each and every one. There's so many sodas like melon flavored, aloe flavored. I don't even know what flavored. When you get a soda that's like named after an abstract concept, that's when the jury is out. It could taste like whatever. Ah, here we go. I know it's in this room. Somewhere. Boom. And I thought it was down here. Underneath this current. But I don't see anything breakable down there. Let's try making one of these. Alright, alright. 1, 2. Nah. Let me check that guide again. Also do a little quick save. Bum, ba-bum. Checking in the Frito-Lay vendor was the most depressing thing ever. There were days they threw away like 50 bags of unopened Chicks away. Oh? You remember Orbits? I thought Orbits was gum. I didn't know there was like a drink. Da-da-da-da. It came out in 1997. You're too young to remember. I'm sure maybe you've had it once. Vending machines. It's been a while since I've seen like a vending machine that serves like unique things. It's always the same, like, oh, it's all Coca-Cola. Oh, it's all Fritos. Oh, it's all Cheetos. I did make a very impulsive purchase last night. I made an Amazon Fresh order because I've been craving hot Cheetos. So I bought a bunch of groceries on Amazon. The prices aren't too bad right now. I think they're trying to be very competitive while people can only buy stuff online. All right, we know it's in this room. Just trying to see if I can see it, access it from here at all. Supposedly, there's like pots down here. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's got to be right here. Thank you. Last stray fairy. Pretty good. All right, let's head on over to the boss room. Let's delay no further. If I could remember how to get there. Yep. Check the map. What actually connects to the boss room? You've been using a lot of Amazon Fresh, Kamen Rider. One of the benefits of living in a major city. When it was just starting, it kept like going in and out of availability as far as can you order Amazon Fresh to where I live? Right now it's available. I remember being one of like the early testers of Amazon Fresh, and it used to be available with Amazon Prime for free. Now they're doing a thing where like if you order at least $35 worth, you can This is where I need to be, but it's closed. I need to make the water flow the other way. Do I? I hope not. Because I need to get into that room in the south. Alright, let's try it. Water flow! Yep. I love the weird angles Link just pops out of the water. Like, physics, why have you betrayed me? Your sushi spot's permanently closed. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Eli. You ever come to SoCal, I'll take you to one of my spots. It's expensive, though. I will say. I haven't been there in years because it costs $130 for sushi omakase. Who here has had, like, fancy sushi to the point where, like, you don't order it. You sit down at the bar, and the chef decides, depending on just their gut feeling, what you would like. That's called omakase. Chef's choice. It's usually expensive. It costs, like, over $100. I've only gone to, like, celebrate. So, you know, you can't really do that every day, but when you get a chef that knows you so well, oh my gosh, you're in heaven. You get fish that just melts in your mouth. It's like the right blend of flavors. The perfect amount of sauce already on a piece of sushi. Don't need to dip it in anything. Oh, it's heaven. Oh, it's heaven. You remember being an early tester of Amazon Fresh too. They gave you free credit, but you barely used it after the free credit was gone. Pretty much the same. Pretty much the same here. Because it's just normally there's so much markup over just going to the grocery store and also then tipping the driver on top of it. But now it's like, oh, the groceries are even cheaper than the local grocery store for some reason. Like even with the driver tip, you still like make out like with a slight savings. Eli's first experience as a teen, your cousin took you and your sister. Your cousin spent like $200 between the three of you. Oh, so you did go to an omakase. Nice. It never went as a kid. My parents just never really understood the concept of sushi. And I had to learn what sushi was through Doug on Nickelodeon. You guys might know the episode. The one where he tries sushi for the first time and all he's told is that, what is sushi? Raw fish? And Doug has this imagination spot of like going to a fancy restaurant, the waiter pulls up the dish covering the plate, and it's just like just a fish. A straight up whole fish on the plate. He looks up at Doug with this sad, mournful eye, and he's like,
Doug, help me! Help me! Why would you eat me?
I would never get that image out of my head anytime I would eat sushi for the rest of my life. But I'm still okay with eating sushi now because it's delicious. And it's nothing like that. Folsey's heading to bed. Have a great night. Yeah, Folsey, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you had fun while I meandered through the dungeon. I eventually figured everything out with the help of you guys. Even if it was, me rubber ducking it. That's something they call in programming. When you explain a problem to an inanimate object, usually, traditionally, it's a rubber duck. That way you find out the flaws in your own explanation. Because you think you understand everything about your own code until you tell it to somebody else and you realize it is completely wrong. Ba-doom boom, ba-doom boom. But yeah, what I was saying about sushi, it wasn't until like I was in high school that I ever tried sushi for the first time in the form of like rolls. There was a sushi restaurant in my hometown. It's still there, but it is not. The chef is a different person now, and it hasn't ever been the same. I went there sometime after college, and it's just not as good. Which is sad, because the chef kind of knew me and my friends from high school, because we'd go there a lot. And then I didn't try omakase or like actual expensive sushi until I got a job and was able to pay for it myself. Then you realize the value of $1. Ba-doom boom, ba-down boom. Ba-down boom, ba-down boom. Yep. Ready, go! Kamen Rider hasn't been to an omakase outside Japan. I'm sure your experience will probably pale in comparison to Japan. Once you have sushi in Japan, nothing will taste the same ever again. I haven't even gone to omakase in Japan, but I have just been to a revolving sushi restaurant and then just ordinary sushi restaurants. They're really cool in Japan. You can order with this little iPad and it just all comes out to you. Very convenient. You don't need to speak a lick of Japanese. Speaking of sushi coming to you, I sense Raw fish. It's here somewhere. Oh. Uh-oh. Whoa. Eorg. Gargantuan masked fish. Alright, I don't know how to fight this guy. Every time I played Majora's Mask, I would go and spam magic on him. Like this. But I realized I would always get the Chateau Romani that gives you infinite magic. It might be a problem that I don't have infinite magic right now. We'll see. Oh, we're playing chicken, huh? We're playing chicken, huh? Come on, who's chasing who? Apparently you're chasing me. Gotta break these jars for more magic. I gotta watch him real close, too. He'll either charge at me or he'll spawn little babies. More sushi for the eating. Ah! Instead of like the goat battle where he runs away from you. He'll charge at you. This is like jousting, but underwater. Heck yeah. What you doing? Just laying some eggs? How dare. It's George the fish. George the fishy. Watch out for that, Zora. George of the fishy. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, you can catch a shiny Zera Aura. That is the only thing I gleaned from that part of the Pokemon Direct. Ooh, I am dying. I don't have any healing potions. I gotta be careful. See if there's like hearts or fairies anywhere here. This is all magic. Okay, let's head back to the main pillar. As far as I know, there's like 2 ways to fight him. You can fight him in the water, or you can shoot arrows at him from the platform here. Let's go for the platform. Considering that I am currently low on health. Where are you going? Oh, okay. Excuse me. Sorry. That was close. You were close. Dun 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 dun. I don't know if the ice arrows do more damage. I'm doing something. He's coming up. I can see him. There's 1 heart. I can take that attack 2 more times. Here we go. I feel like he's close to death. Phase 2? Phase 2. Oh, this is gonna be real bad. What's going on? Oh, we're flooding now. No arrows for me. Please give me a way to heal, game. I would like it. There might be hearts down here. Oh, just arrows. Just turn on the shield the whole time. We'll be safe. If I don't run out of magic, I'll be fine. Ooh. Here we go. Frying the little small fries gives me more health. This is perfect. They called him George. It's stuck. Whoa! Whoa! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Oh, my health is precious. Ugh! Die. The game's gonna load me back up for my last save, isn't it? No! Wait! Wait! What's the status of the dungeon? Do I have all the stray fairies? Yes, I do. Okay. We're good. Oh! Game is very, very forgiving. Thank you. We have another chance. Another chance at life. Another chance at power. Thank you, Nintendo. We get a stray fairy. Let me get the healing fairy over here. You know what else I can do? I can very quickly head on back outside and turn in the fairies and get the double health. I don't think I need it. Now that I have a fairy, I essentially have double health. Mr. Turtle, can I go back, please?
What's wrong? Returning to shore? It's not shameful to retreat. That in and of itself is a strategy. All right, climb onto my back. Okay, boo-boo, you know what to do.
Only needs a lust for revenge, and apparently a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. But that's neither here nor there. Ooh! Oop. Like, honestly, I am fine right now. I could go take him on. I have 2 fairies, that's enough. Now, let's see. If I remember, the Great Fairy is somewhere back around here. Blocked off by a giant rock. Oof, ouch, ow. The sushi's eating me tonight. Bow. There it is, I see it. Gotta use the power of hook shots. Ooh. Yep. I'm sorry, I'm channeling my inner dolphin today. But dolphin, we're not even emulating GameCube. Yep. I'm trying to be fancy with it. Let's just go this way. Da, da, da. I want a game that takes place in Hyrule, or I guess Termina, that focuses around the daily life of a citizen of the world. Like maybe it's like a fantasy life spin-off, and it focuses on like somebody that's either like a Hylian, a Zora, or a Goron, and you like do commerce with other cities. You live in the town. Maybe Harvest Moon you farm. And then Link visits you and breaks all your pottery. That'd be a nice game. There's so much untapped potential for spin-off games in all of Nintendo's IPs. I say we can make it happen. I feel like I should have the bomb mask by now. I think it might be related to one of the side quests that you do in Clocktown. No matter, it's never been a super important mask. I rarely use it, but it's very useful for some glitches. But da-da-da-da-da. Delicious, delicious sushi. So even though I've only been to like... Here's what I did when deciding what restaurants to go to in Japan. I never really had a big list of like, oh, these are the top tourist spots. I just like went to whatever was high rated around where I happened to be, and just everything was good. The sushi, the ramen, the curry, it all was better than anything I've ever had in the US, and that's kind of sad that you can go to like, I don't know, hole-in-the-wall restaurants that may even have only like 3 stars on Japanese Yelp, but still though, somehow the food was way better than anything else. You know, it is the place to go for it. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, courageous young one, I am the Great Fairy of Courage. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I'll lend you some of my strength.
The Great Fairy of this? Of cows? Is that why I get double health? Link gets extra beefy. Got him. That's my #1 priority traveling anywhere. Gotta make sure there's good food. I'm not gonna go all the way to a foreign country and just get McDonald's. But I also am gonna get McDonald's so I can compare it. Your defense has been strengthened. Enemies now do half as much damage as before. My review of Japanese McDonald's, the fries taste more Japanese. I don't know, because it's because of the potatoes they use. The starch tastes different. They're good, but they taste more earthy, I would say.
Come see me whenever you are overcome by weariness.
Thank you, fairy. Now I feel empowered to go make some sushi tonight. Edwin? That's where he's been hiding. It was split into pieces. We can just teleport on over there. Or swim. Swimming might be faster. I see the turtle. Can't hide from me. Hey, yep. I see no reason why Zora Link couldn't use the... Whoa, wait a minute. That is not a hook shot, that's a bomb. Why Zora Link couldn't use the hook shot? Adult Link can use the hook shot. And I would imagine Zora Link is the same weight or lighter. And the hook shot was designed by Doritos. So, you know, a person of adult size could definitely use a hook shot. Oh! You know, I have never done this before. Gone back to, the little boss teleport. I always thought that after you beat the boss, it activates. But as long as you've seen the boss once, then it's good.
If thou art fearless, stand before me that I might witness thy power once more.
Well, now it just feels like a pity teleport. I'll take it, though. Now, Hiko, what's up? Redeem and hydrate, thank you. That is exactly what I need to take on this boss. You've given me the power. I appreciate it. How's it going? Welcome to Majora's Mask. We're playing Restoration mod. Oh yeah, if you just came in on a raid or otherwise, we're playing a modded version of Majora's Mask 3DS that restores some things to how they were on the N64. This boss specifically hasn't changed all that much because they never really added any weak points to it, I think. Anytime a boss, they added like these weird weak spot eyes to it, those are once again removed. This boss is pretty much exactly how it was on the N64.
Gargantuan masked fish.
So phase 1 of the fight, we'll take on with arrows this time. That way I save my health for the next phase, where you have to fight it underwater. Alright, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy. Mario, go fishing! Where is he? Where is he? I see him. Motion controls, baby. 4 hits, all at once. And that's why I'm playing the 3DS version. I am playing on an emulator, but I've got my Pro Controller working, connected to it. So the motion controls are working just fine. Boom. Get a couple more shots in. Wanted to take another pot shot in it, but it didn't. It was not so. I don't know if that does more damage, if it's an ice arrow or not. Where do you? I hear him. Oh hi! Hit. Ugh. They ain't even height. Half a heart. Who does he think I am? Just spam him. Super egg, quick! Ooh. The egg has transformed me. Henshin! You heard a common rider? I'm Zora Rider. You and me, baby. Jousting time. Or, you know, turn it... I guess I'm fish food. Where's the Animal Crossing villager when you need him? Down, bow. Little tiny baby fish coming at me. What I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to release the mines. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Then when he sucks, he'll accidentally eat them. Similar design to Andros in Star Fox 64. There you go. Mr. Georg, you wanna have lunch? Please, thank you. Well, okay, fine. I'll come right for you then. think I know what to do in this game by heart. I thought I did. Some of the puzzles, though, have eluded me. It's been a while. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Some of the problems I'm having stem from how I used to cheese these fights way back in the day. I used to just get the infinite magic and just ram into him over and over again until he died. Can't exactly do that right now. I need to see if there's a way to trigger him sucking without getting too close, or also just instantly get caught. I need to take care of my voice. I do, for the most part, take rests in between streams. That's what the rest of the day is for, you know? I'm taking care of myself, don't you worry about me. Stop it! Stop it! Oh, Connoisseur, how you doing? Zora Cape? I'm a chicken of the sea, wouldn't you know it? I'm a tuna. I'll take you to Lava Lava Island if you so wish. Hey, how you doing? We're in the middle of this boss fight. We weathered through the entire dungeon. It took a little bit longer than I really care to admit. But we figured out what to do eventually. I just need to figure out how to fight this boss. Just need to remember. Whenever I get close, he ends up trying to eat me. I know I'm tasty. I should be used to it. Attack! Attack! Da-da-da-da-da-da! Zora! Power! We just gotta keep doing that. Here we go. Here we go. If I approach him from the front, he tries to eat. Eat! Ha ha ha! If you have any tips, they will be appreciated, Obst. Otherwise, hope you're having a good night. So far, at least. Nintendo never gave Mario 64 the same treatment this Zelda had. They're in an awkward spot because they ate a fish whole. They remade Super Mario 64 for the regular DS as one of its launch titles. So there is technically a quote-unquote enhanced version of Mario 64. Here we go, here we go. Eat that, eat that, eat that, eat that. Boom! Kaboom! Eat this! How's that taste? Tastes just like chicken. Ba 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 la la la. Ba 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 la la la. But all things considered, I think I enjoy the original Super Mario 64 more than Super Mario 64 DS. They changed a lot of things. Not unlike this game, they changed a lot of things for the sake of changing them. Here we go! And not necessarily because it made sense. It has its own style. It's still good. And it has fun with it. I mean, playing as Yoshi for the very beginning of the game instead of Mario, what a concept. Sushi, anybody? I'm feeling a little peckish. You remember on Nintendo 64, this gave you a tough time. That is exactly why every time I fought this boss as a kid, I would actually go over to the milk bar, get the Chateau Romani, and just turn on the shield for the entire fight. Just cheese it. I wanted to see if I could do it naturally this time. You seized Georg's remains. In doing so, you freed the innocent spirit that was imprisoned within this dark mask. Kamen Rider likes Mario DS. It was fun. The shape of the old DS made your hands hurt. Ah, yes, pain is fun. That's why I love Kid Icarus Uprising. That is a fantastic game, by the way. Oh, you speak whale! Can you help me find my son? Oh, sorry, that's a movie.
Hey, listen! We want you to lend us your power. If you just leave things as they are, something terrible will happen to this world. Surely you're the only ones who can stop it. That's what Tile was trying to tell us.
Is that what he means by friend, Tattle? Or are they talking about someone else?
Then promise us this. You'll cooperate with us.
It's a deal. The contract is signed.
Big title.
Now the Zora warrior's soul can finally rest in peace. But the evil that haunts this land is not completely vanished, Link. I too must abide the laws of ancient times and again merely watch from my deep slumber. I shall depart after enjoying Lulu's voice a little longer.
Turtle, you've earned a rest. You've done your job. Oh, look at that. The natural beauty of the cove has returned once again. And now we can go see some beavers about a bottle. Heck yeah. Talking more about Mario 64 DS. I would always play with the control stick. The virtual control stick on the touchscreen. Because the DS doesn't have a circle stick or pad or anything like that, they tried to compromise by making a virtual control stick on the touchscreen that you'd have to like slide your finger around. It didn't. It worked, but it was annoying because your finger would constantly lose track of where like the center of it is. But it was the only way to get like true analog control out of that version of the game. I would play the multiplayer mode with my neighbor all the time, and I would have the advantage because like you can't turn on a dime unless you're using the fake analog stick controls. You played a lot of Turok on N64. I never played Turok as a kid. First-person shooters like always scared me. Even though I love them now, I didn't really try a first-person shooter until Halo. Hello? Halo? Is it me you're looking for? Don't turn to a Goron. Oh. But Turok, Duke Nukem 64, Serious Sam, all that kind of eluded me. I did end up playing Half-Life later in life. Around half of my life ago. But that wasn't for a while. You know what's funny? That it literally was about half of my life ago. I played Half-Life back in 2005, and I was like 14 then? And I'm currently 29. Oh geez, I'm old. This my jam. You guys want french fries? I bought some chili and hot dogs on Amazon Fresh. I can make some chili cheese dogs. Closest thing to chili cheese fries I can make right now, I'm sorry. Kamen Rider played Time Crisis instead of Turok. Didn't that game like... Wasn't that like a complete parody of time travel and had really nothing to do with accurately portraying history? It was just really an excuse to portray different, like, scenarios. That's fun. Look at this beaver boy. Can we get these guys as villagers in Animal Crossing? He's got a propeller tail. Like, take a good look at him. How can I talk to him? Gotta get real close. This is our reward for beating the dungeon. And also, while I'm at it, I might as well finish the frog quest, because I know where all the frogs are. We are on the last day. I'll do a little quick save just so it doesn't crash. I get why he has a little propeller on his stomach. Maybe. He's kind of like a living turbine, but why do his eyes also spin?
You again? You can't fool me with your green clothes. You want an empty bottle, don't you? You never learn your lesson. Okay, I'll give you one. But only if you can swim through all the rings in the river in under 2 minutes. So, you want to try?
Sure. When did I ever try this before?
Oh, I know you, Mikau. Leader, guitarist of the Zora band. There's a total of 20 rings. You must swim through them in the right order for it to count. Swim through the ring that's rotating. I'll show you the way, so follow me and don't get separated.
Now Hiko played a bunch of games you weren't supposed to as a kid. See, that's the thing. I was a good little boy. I didn't play any M-rated or T-rated games until I was at least a teenager. I don't really consider it as me missing out on games, because I did end up playing a lot of them later, but there's still ones I have not played. Oh, I meant to continue the thought I was talking about in the temple. I was playing Resident Evil 3 with Mr. Mittens Broadcast. He was telling me where to go and whatnot. And if nothing else, the Resident Evil 3 remake captures the campiness of Resident Evil in that era. The way that Nemesis like relentlessly chases you with absolutely 100% tunnel vision over anything else. He will stop at nothing. He will chase you down. He will do anime 3-point leaps into the sky and just land in front of you, nothing personnel kid. Teleports in front of you, nothing personnel kid. Chase you down with a rocket launcher. Fire 3 shots at once. Somehow Jill surviving a single shot to the face, even on hardcore mode, by the way. He doesn't even hesitate to shoot the rocket launcher point blank. He is that insane. I never played the original Resident Evil 3, but the remake, it's not as amazing as the Resident Evil 2 remake, but you can have fun with it. Yeah. In Brazil, most of the adults in the 90s weren't aware that video games were not only for kids. There was kind of the same attitude towards anime back then. You could get away with a lot of things back then. Kamen Rider can't say what the plot was for Time Crisis. You just had a relative who ran the arcade place and you like to do the pew-pew. Fair enough. Maybe I should expand my repertoire. I have been meaning to play more first-person shooters on the stream. The Halo Master Chief Collection was one big one I wanted to play.
That was perfect. That's not good.
Oh, did you call me little brother?
I called you big brother. Actually, right. The empty bottle. Yeah, an empty bottle.
Don't worry, little brother.
To you, it's just an empty bottle. But to us, it's a precious treasure. I can't give you one just because you beat my little brother.
We can't just give you one. Didn't you guys promise me? Don't go back on your word.
I'll give you one after you race once more, this time against me. So will you try?
I guess.
The rules are the same, but this time there are 25 rings. Don't fall behind.
One of my favorite parts of streaming, just letting voices evolve as characters talk. It went from my regular beaver voice to... Basically, in order to get that sound, I kind of stretched the corners of my mouth. What even happened? Are these rings... I think these rings are tighter. Ooh, gotta catch up, gotta catch up, gotta catch up. Oh, I know why these magic pots are here. Because normally you have to use magic to swim this fast. The more I'm doing their voices, the more and more my mouth keeps just stretching wider and wider. And that frees me up to be able to do other voices while doing that. So for the big brother, I kind of do like Bowser in Paper Mario. But the more I stretch out, the more it sounds like a silly beaver man instead of a threatening turtle beast. Tips and tricks you would never expect. Ooh, got him. I'm focusing. Dude, I didn't know this was Superman 64 all over again. I thought I was done with that game. Oh gosh dang it. What's next? Do I have to save people from getting hit by a car after this? Please tell me what buttons to press, game, if I have to do that. That was so lame. After one of our Paper Mario sessions, I ended up playing Superman 64 for just a couple of minutes. I checked out the first level and dared not play anymore. It starts out with flying through all those rings, but immediately after, you have to save people from being run over by a car, and you only have like 5 seconds. And it doesn't really tell you what buttons you press in order to do that. I flew towards the car, had no idea how to stop it. 10 seconds. Last one. Easy peasy.
He did it, little brother. Yeah, he did it, big brother. There's nothing we can do, little brother. Oh, this is a mess, big brother.
Empty bottle. Ta-da! There happens to be a few more rewards we get from these lads. I could have also gone with a Norbert and Daggett voice.
Ah, spook. Norb, there's nothing we can do, big brother.
Nothing we can do, little brother. Race the Beaver Bros. Now he could play Resident Evil 3. When it got out, you got a Japanese copy of it, and I bet you could understand it. Like, there isn't a super huge amount of text in Resident Evil. Sometimes, like, puzzles depend on you understanding the premise. But you can, for the most part, either follow a guide or just brute force it too. 20 Angry Beavers. Angry Beavers. He's back, little brother.
Yeah, he's back, big brother.
But we don't have any more empty bottles, do we, little brother?
No, we don't have any, big brother.
If you say you still want to race, though, that's fine. What will you do? First, you have to start with my little brother. This time, the limit is 150. Don't fall behind. RE3, you were blown away that Jill could dodge, and absolutely terrified by Nemesis. That's what I'm feeling playing the new one. Soul Sapphire's gotta go to bed. Alright, Soul, have a good night. Sorry for, greeting you for a second time, but you deserve it. You deserve all the greetings. You know what? Hello and good night. Sleep well, okay? I'll see you next time, and I hope you're working on some great art that I can't wait to see. Roommate is back. You lurk as you eat mustard with some hot dogs. Wait, mustard with hot dogs. At least you're honest about it. We're racing some beavers. Right now we're racing Daggett. Next up is Norbert. They're pretty angry, if I do say so myself. You know, roommates, I actually had some chili cheese dogs for dinner myself. So, hot dog buddies, I might have another one after this. I am a bit hungry still. But I hope it went pretty good. Pretty easy meal, but you know, don't discount it. Just because it's a hot dog and a bun, you can still make it fancy with the toppings and whatnot. There is a Canadian hot dog restaurant called Japadog, and it specializes in hot dogs with Japanese flavors like teriyaki sauce, and they put like furikake on it with some Japanese mayo. Oh, it is so good. It is so good. I think there's one location in California as well. Like the Santa Monica Pier, and you can also go there, but it's like not really a building as much as it's a little stand. I recommend it, actually. It's a very unique flavor.
He did it again, little brother.
He did it again, big brother.
That's shameful, little brother. Now race me. What will you do?
I'll race.
The time limit is the same as it was for my little brother, 150, but there are 25 rings this time. Don't fall behind.
Hot dog buddies. How I am feeling with the new Resident Evil 3 remake. It is definitely more arcadified compared to RE2 remake. Because the story... I went over the ring. Can I still make it? Oh! Can I reset? Oh, this isn't great. Don't worry, we're fine. We're just giving him a head start. Ooh. So, unlike most Resident Evils, you don't really ever have to backtrack in RE3 Remake past like the first area. You don't have to conserve your resources because ammo is plentiful. Even in hardcore mode, the saves aren't limited. So there's not really a penalty for dying, and there's still auto-saves in hardcore mode. But what's cool about it is the dodge mechanic, and how, whereas situations in RE2 where you'd have to use your ammo in order to escape, now you can kind of just dodge through. And you kind of have to get used to it in RE3. Especially when fighting Nemesis. There are situations where you have to dodge Nemesis like multiple times in a row. Because he doesn't flinch from bullets. He's backed you into a corner. Literally nothing to do but dodge. So it's like fight or flight. It's really fun. When you dodge at the last second, you get like a little slow-mo mode. But it's not like as lenient as, say, Metal Gear Solid 5 slow-mo mode. Like, you don't get 10 entire seconds to do an action. It's more like, oh, if you realized you've dodged, you can also like press aim right now to shoot right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No! Go out of the way! I am right there. I was fine. I was gonna win. Zora Link just decided to bang his head against the ring. Why are the rings solid? That's my main problem with this. Why can you get like deflected by the ring itself? I'd be okay if like maybe it didn't register. I did the same thing. I went over it. But basically the fact that you can bump against it just keeps throwing me off. You have to go directly into the center or else you could just lose your entire score. Brent Burrito saying hi before bed. Alright, Ben, have a good night. No Persona tonight, but you know, tune in another time. Hope to see you again soon. Hiko mentioned your dad. Even though he got you into games, he never really played games. I see. But he played Daytona USA. Daytona! And hard driving on the Saturn. Beautiful. Yeah, when I was a kid, I pretty much only played multiplayer games with my dad because I didn't really make friends at school. At least not ones I could hang out with. So like, any games I had were either single player or only games that my dad knew how to play with me. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, I got the ring, but it was still around to deflect me afterwards. This is terrible. Oh, this is horrible. You were close, but no cigar. Beautiful. Oh, wait, this is the 3DS version. I do apologize if you came in expecting like the N64 version, because I did set the category as regular Majora's Mask. I did some thinking, and I decided to use this for the category from now on. Wait, no! Try one more time. Because people don't really tend to remember the 3DS version, so more people are following the regular category on Twitch, and I see a lot of people streaming to the regular category are playing the 3DS version. This is a mod that makes the 3DS version more like the N64 version in various ways. Mostly just like physics and boss tweaks. Some quality of life as well. Not a huge overhaul, but I think this is the definitive way to play the 3DS version right now. I still recommend the N64 version if you haven't played Majora's Mask at all yet, though. Just because some of the changes in this one aren't super intuitive, and I don't know why they made them. You know what? I wish the music was, instead of the generic minigame music, the horse race music. Got plenty of time. Last time I was here, I was at 20 seconds left. Come back here, you stupid little beaver. Damn you! A mod through the 3DS. I'm emulating it right now, currently. But this does run on a real 3DS if you have a modded 3DS. I do have a modded 3DS, but I decided to just go ahead and emulate it for HD picture quality and all that good stuff. I do have a capture 3DS. Luckily, I was able to buy one before the company that made them went out of business. Because now they're really expensive. You love seeing this version. Well, be glad that I've modded it up. It's all pretty HD. Doesn't it look so nice?
He's a formidable opponent, little brother. You're all talk. Hey, big brother. And we give that to him. I wonder if he'll leave us alone, little brother. Yeah, I want to quit, big brother.
He's tired. He's expended all his energy. It takes a lot of ATP to keep his eyeballs spinning like that. Please let it be over. I didn't realize I was tormenting you guys so much. I'm sorry. Wah! My Luigi. There we go, there we go. Piece of heart and a bottle. We're all done with this area. Great Bay. So we have one more dungeon to do. So for now, we'll continue on doing a few side quests to wrap up this 3-day cycle. We started the frog quest inside that dungeon. We can go ahead and really quickly do some more. There's one more frog in Clocktown. There's a frog in the Southern Swamp Temple. We can go through that real quick. And there is one frog that appears as a result of beating the boss of the Snowhead Temple. We have half a day left. I think that's enough time. I hope it's enough time. You're saying wah because of the racetrack music. Oh, in that case, I would have gone with whoa! More like a whoa than a wah. Wah! Put on that mask, baby. Frog it up. I love how you can put masks on while you're wearing a transformation mask.
Danjiro, it has been so long. What has brought you all this way? Could it be you came all this way looking for me? You need not say a thing. I understand. I heard it was still winter. When spring comes, we'll all meet up in the mountains.
This is a silly mask. It's not even a mask. It's like a weird hat. Bent Burritos is very new to emulation. I will tell you, it is a pain in the butt to set up, especially the way I have it, where it actually maps a Pro Controller's motion control to the 3DS motion control. To me, it's worth it. But I know not a lot of people would bother to go through the effort. Oops. Monster Man, what's up? Petition to play Swords of Hyrule. What is that? I know Hyrule Warriors. That doesn't sound like any CDI game I know about. Is that a mod? Could be a mod. Although the way you're kappa-ing at me makes me think it could be something, something not safe for work. This is a PG-13 stream, but who knows? Yeah! Look at all the friends in chat. We're having a great time, hanging out. Majora's Mask, Majora's Purple. One of the few people not playing Sword and Shield DLC right now. Oh, by the way, you were streaming that earlier today, right? How is it so far? Have you been playing a lot of it? Check it out, boss battle time. Easy. I was debating whether or not to play that or this today. We settled on Majora's Mask, because I wanted to make a little bit of progress. It has been a long time. Been a long time, Snake. Look, it's the greatest of all time. Go! Put on this mask. Good enough. Boom! Stomp the goat! Stomp the goat! The DLC is not as good as Majora's. Aw? I knew that people would be enamored with the DLC solely for the new wild area, basically. They made it... Oh, don't pick up the pot. They made it big and open like the wild area with wild Pokemon to find and catch. So that's the part that, like, every time I see somebody playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, 80% of the time they are just doing wild area stuff. Even if they're still in the middle of playing the story, the wild area just captures them. Who's catching who? Are you catching the Pokemon, or is the Pokemon catching you? You don't have the T. Help. What? Oh, it doesn't have T? Oh, the new T mode. Yeah. It's a bit odd to me that they started doing Pride emotes in the middle of June, but you know, they're pretty cute. Oh! So, you know, do all that stuff, generate all that money for Twitch, and you get those little rewards. All the usual stuff. You know what I'm gonna generate? I'm gonna generate some pain for Goat. This is like the third time I fought him on stream. He's lucky he's so fun. One strategy is to use these ramps to actually land on top of him. As long as you can ram him from the side, you don't have to do that. But landing on top of him is like the most consistent way to get him to just stop. Just stop. Here we go. Punch him in the back. Boop, 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 boop. Blue 20, what's up? You will criticize my stream. Uh-oh. I hope it's constructive. Number 1-0, you're the best streamer. Oh! Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Compliments. My worst enemy. Hope you're doing well, Blue. We just finished the Great Bay Temple in Majora's Mask, and we're taking care of the frog side quest because there's nothing really else that I can think of to do right now that we're in the middle of the third last day. Since I already got one of the frogs in the Great Bay Temple, I thought, yeah, you know what, makes sense. Might as well, like, go for the rest of them. Please go. Stop it. Just stop living. Monster Man says, small brain, you were to say, position to play Phantom Hourglass. What the heck is Swords of Hyrule? I do not know of any Zelda game by that name. I know Four Swords, I would love to play that. Back when my buddy Nash Mr. Buckle was doing a Let's Play channel, I actually guest starred and we played Four Swords Adventures on the GameCube. We set up 4 GameCubes and a Wii, all just to play and capture all the different Game Boy Advance views. It was not worth the effort. It took way more time to set it up than to actually play, because by the time we started playing, we were way too tired to play for a long amount of time. We only recorded like an hour of gameplay. And it was all just kind of a mess, because we didn't really... We kind of just like yelled over each other and stole each other's rupees and whatnot. Oh, sorry, Force Gems, because it was the GameCube version of Four Swords. You know, if I knew it would come to that, I would have said we should have just played the Link to the Past Game Boy Advance version of Four Swords. Don't know how Swords of Hyrule got in your rat brain, but at least Nintendo got a name for their next Zelda. Then they have to pay you royalties. Let's do it. Maybe that could be the name of a Zelda MMO. And instead of just 4 swords, it's like an infinite number of swords for however many players happen to be active, and everybody is Link. That could work. Phantom Hourglass. I've been wondering if there maybe is a mod for Phantom Hourglass. I am on the wrong side of this rubble. Great. That lets you play it with regular controls. Because the way that Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks work is you have to lead Link on the bottom touchscreen of the DS with the stylus. You don't control him directly per se. You just lead where he's supposed to walk and swipe at enemies. It's novel, but like I kind of just want to play Zelda. This boss looks tedious. I'm just bad at it. I don't know what's going on. I usually beat him in less time than that. Superman 64, the hardest non-intended Nintendo 64 game ever. And nobody should ever intend to play it ever again. There's 2 more frogs? I can only think of 1 more. Which one am I missing? Right, well, we're going for the one in the Woodfall Temple right now. If anybody knows where the last one is, I'd accept it. Nerdy Drifter, what's up? Legend of Zelda, Infinite Edge. I feel like that should have been a game that came out in like the 2000s. Back when Edge was cool. When edginess was cool. I don't really think it could be that much of a name of a game in this day and age. But maybe. Why do you think the little blue bird in the corner is saying hoy? I don't see a bird in the corner? Chicken is on vacation today. The little bird that usually greets everybody coming on in. He's taking a little break. He might come back someday, but he's off the stream today for reasons. Don't worry too hard about it. He'll return again. He's fine. He's just taking a little rest. Infinite Edge is simultaneously descriptive, but also equally pretentious. Now Bent Burritos is going to bed. Alright, Bent. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I hope you play a lot of games. Hope you play this game at some point. Hope you play Persona 4 at some point. Play a lot of games. Every game I play, I will absolutely recommend for people to also play. I only play the best, you know. Ooh, there's a wasp nest. You know, I haven't mentioned this on stream. I have mentioned that I saw a wasp the other day. What I never mentioned after that was I took a look around my apartment, inside and outside, because I felt like that could have been a sign. Turns out, oopsie, turns out there was a little nest starting to form outside my apartment's balcony. So, yeah, that's not good. My roommate ended up buying some wasp spray. We went out in the night and sprayed the heck out of that nest. And it's gone now. But that was kind of scary. I've never seen a wasp nest in real life. Not that close. Goku wants some puppy hugs. Go hug your puppy, Goku. We watched the Scooby movie before this, and you know, it's all about the bond between a dog and their owner. If anything, that should give you reason to give your dog the best treatment you could possibly give. Need to find that one boss room door. Mini boss room. I still have the map, so let's see if I can remember where that is. I'll wander around until I find it. Ow! Which ones have I gotten? Oh, the frogs that I've gotten? I got the one in the Great Bay Temple. I got the one in Clocktown. I got the one that just automatically comes with defeating Goat. Right now I'm getting the one in Snowhead. I mean, not Snowhead. Right now I'm getting the one in Windfall. As far as I remember, those are the ones I can... Oh, you know what? Actually, there's one in the Southern Swamp, just hanging out in the swamp itself. I remember now. Thanks for helping me, Rubber Duck. Aw, man. These are the Gakbacks. But not the one that has a frog riding it. These guys are just wasting my time. Gak-whack. This is why rubber ducking is useful. When you explain something to people, sometimes you realize what you're missing. Come on, come on. I like turtles. I like turtles that die. Mighty Blade. The Scooby movie is all about a man's best friend and a man named Rick with a D. You know what's funny about that part? With Dick Dastardly being the main villain of Scooby, the new Scoob movie. Right after, they make a joke about how the Blue Falcon uses grenades called F-bombs. And they say like, dude, we can't use F-bombs, this is a PG movie. Ha 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 ha. Right, yeah, right after you pointed out that a man's name is just very, very... very awkward in today's day and age. There we go. Dead crab. Why is the crab dead? Did he lose a crab battle? You know, that crab battle royale game is coming to Switch. I think they added lobsters to it. I have a feeling that this is the mini boss room I've been looking for. Let's see if I'm correct. Here we go. Hello, Mr. Frog. Why don't you die? Boy, Frogger looks different than I remember. Crab battle. Can I just, like, snipe the frog off of this dude? Nope. I actually have to use the flowers. What I do like about the Zelda games is they tend to give you alternate ways to beat bosses. Why am I still a Deku? Ooh, Deku is not the name of a hero right now. Z-Target. Where is he? He's over here. Come on, come on. Get back. Get quack. Get quack to what you want belong. Come on. I can't take a little cheap pot shot once he's crawling back to his turtle. I've only got so much time left. There you go. My overall rating of the Scoob movie, it is good out of 10. It's good out of 10. Not like the best movie I've ever seen, but it's for kids, you know? It's not like super deep. It's just like, you know, Scooby-Doo, doing what Scooby-Doo does best. Busting villains and being scared. Who's gonna chase down villains and then turn around and run in fear? Apparently it's Scooby. You know who I'm talking about. He's a dog and he's got a friend who likes to eat a lot.
Danjiro, it has been so long. What brought you all this way? Could it be has spring finally come to the mountains? Winter was so long that I began to lose hope. I understand. I shall head to the mountains immediately. Ribbit.
Wasps. The wasp nest is gone, so I can paint my Gundams in peace. Hopefully. Hopefully. Sort of entrance? Yes, please. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Easy peasy. Recently, I've been streaming for a long amount of time for each stream. It helps get games done, but for my sanity, after we take care of the frogs, I think we'll call it for today's Majora's Mask stream. Like, I'm not in a super huge rush to play this game. I'm okay with just doing it once a week. Tomorrow we gotta play Shantae and the Seven Sirens, which also, like, has been taking us a while, but it's not a long game. I've only streamed it twice. I have a feeling I'm very close to the end of that. It's just that I haven't had a chance to really focus on it. Ba-ba. If only you had a diet like Shaggy. See, if you want to have a diet like Shaggy, you need to also have the metabolism of Shaggy. Can you imagine how much that guy needs to run to the bathroom if he eats that much and yet he is as scrawny as he is? Like, it's gotta be passing right through him. It's gotta be. I feel bad for the guy. He must not be retaining any nutrients he eats. At that point, I'd wonder if he has, like, some sort of, like, digestion problem. Look at me just staring at this frog like it's gonna do something.
Danjiro, what brought you all this way? Spring coming in the cave? Oh my gosh! Holy crap!
Give us some time to play Resident Evil 3. Yeah, maybe. Carlos, how close would you say I am to the end of the Resident Evil 3 remake? When I was playing it with him, we got, let's see. It's hard to gauge it in terms of the original Resident Evil 3, because it feels like it doesn't actually sync up. We're going to Mountain Village. When we last left off, we had just gotten to the Raccoon City Police Department, which in the original game was pretty early on. But we've gone through, like, several city streets, subways, we got chased by a giant bobblehead. That was fun. And then we faced down Nemesis, actually fought him. The sewers found a hive of giant killer antlions. All before the RPD. Like, okay, I thought this was gonna be fast. Like 4 more hours. Oh, I'm like halfway through, I guess? Not bad, no. Though, for a game that used to pretty much take place all in the Raccoon City Police Department, it's surprisingly longer. At least there's surprisingly more content outside it.
I've been waiting for you, Danjiro. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but it looks like you've lost a little weight. As you can see, Danjiro, the long winter has ended and spring has finally come to these mountains. Let us begin our chorus.
Bravo! Bravo! Bravissimo! Link was conducting too.
The conducting was spectacular, and all of our members rose to the occasion. This is how deeply we were moved by your spectacular conducting.
So much so to give Link a little piece of their heart. You know, since there's 5 of them, why don't they give me 5 pieces? Honestly, what a rip. You've assembled a new heart container. Yeah, baby, we got the entire top row. This enemy music is not helping me feel accomplished here. But we got the frog choir. And that, my friends, I guess is it for the stream. I'm so glad I'm not a speedrunner, because I should have been done with that temple like way earlier than this. But at least we didn't, you know, waste our entire 3-day cycle. Linktoven. Now Hiko's going for the night. So am I. Yeah, there you go. It feels like I just started, but it has been the length of an entire stream. We're ending relatively early tonight. Could you believe I used to stream for only like 1 to 2 hours every time? And now 3.5 is seen as early. Truth be told, the 3-hour scheduled time limit came about because when I played games that were purely 100% voice acting like Danganronpa and Ace Attorney, that was all my throat could sustain. But with more relaxed games like this, I could go on longer, but I don't want to sleep too late. So you know what? I know people have got to go to bed. I know it's late. I think it's best for all of us to end, you know, at some point before midnight my time. Yeah, good night now, Hiko. Canyon next time, Werewolf, one of my favorite parts of the game. I will say that about every part of the game, though. And that temple was a bit more tedious than I remembered. But, that was mostly my fault. Just getting lost. Alright, let's forget that ever happened. Let's just say I did amazingly. I only beat it in like 1 hour, and it was great. I have such a big brain. I just don't use it. Maybe that's a sign of, like, tissue decay. Oh well. It is sad, Pika. Sad, but also dancing. But we gotta end sometime. Hope everybody's hyped up. I did the thing. Thank you for being here. And let's see if there's any art. If you guys have any art related to the stream or the games I play, post it to the Discord or tweet it at me, but we don't got any art today. Oh, but speaking of this little piece, this black and white chicken drawing that I drew for the game Chicory, A Colorful Tale, that I kickstarted. I actually submitted it the other day, and the creator of the game, Greg Lobanov, personally emailed me to tell me that it's accepted, it's gonna be in the game. From the makers of Wandersong. That is a very cute game I played the demo of. If you play it, again, called Chicory, a game about a little dog with a paintbrush that is painting color to the world. Keep an eye out for this little chicken right here. It's somewhere in the game. I don't know where. Yet, but it's somewhere. Yeah. That's what I get for kickstarting the game at a ridiculous level. But yeah, no art tonight. Have a good night if you're going to sleep. As always, give me a follow on Twitch to catch me live next time I play this or any other game. Go ahead and also check out the YouTube, the Discord, the Twitter for updates and all that good stuff. And if you're going to sleep, I wish you a good night. Sweet dreams, sleep well, and stay clucky until next time. Alright. Tomorrow, more Shantae. Saturday, more Persona 4. No stream on Friday. I've got things to do. So, I'll see you guys then. We're gonna find somebody to raid. So, again, goodbye. See ya. Farewell. Till next time, y'all.